been missing out the walk with the minute. I been building up the blocks like a million. Elliot got water dripping out the city. Oh my God, boy he got a Glock. Oh my God, boy that boy on top. Sippin' walk, make my heart stop. All these hoes, yeah my love my thigh. Yo, let go, put her on roll, put that on payroll, put that on go. Yeah she like to go, yeah she love to blow. Get that dick slow, like snow cone. Yo, get that bag, show 'em how to ball. I'm in the mall, yeah I'm saying. Give me a minute, yeah, I need a minute, I'm in a minute, I'm in a minute, I'm gonna tell you, hey, Cardi B and Pippin, Cardi B and kick the shit in, yeah, give me a minute, yeah.
Yo, what's good, y'all? It's DGE, Dolphin Gang Entertainment. It's your boy DG, and we back with another video. You know, I was in YouTube jail, but we back now. Shout out to YouTube. They let your boy go. Y'all help me get to that 10K. That 10K is on its way, man. I've been real busy working on my other YouTube channels, my other Instagrams, everything, man. But we back on this channel, and the schedule is out. The schedule is out, man. We're gonna go over each game. We're gonna look at ticket prices for flights. Because I'm gonna try to pull up to that Spain game. I'm gonna try to pull up for y'all, man. I'm gonna definitely try. If y'all help me get to that 10K before summer ends, come on, man. I got y'all. I got y'all, man. But I'm gonna try my best to do everything in my power to make sure I'm able to attend that game in Spain. I'm gonna try my best. But first video. We got the Dolphins, the video that they dropped for the schedule release. Let's check this out. I haven't watched anything yet. Nothing. Who was that? Zach Thomas? Okay, that's lit right there. Oh yeah, this is a nice edit. I see the schedule. I can't wait to be over here. Every Sunday I'm gonna be over here, man. Catch me outside, man. Catch me outside. Colts, Patriots, Bills, Jets. Oh, this in order. Panthers, Chargers, Browns, Falcons, Ravens, Bills, Commanders, Bye, Saints, Jets, Steelers, Bengals, Buccaneers, Patriots. Are we playing us? Okay. Okay. Hey, shout out to the Dolphins, man. Shout out to the Dolphins. We're gonna see what games they're gonna win, what games they're gonna lose. We're gonna definitely see. So we got the schedule right here. Let me make it a little bit. Let me zoom out a little bit. First game we got at the Colts. I did not plan going away to Indiana, so the Dolphins got that. So I'm guessing I'm gonna set out the first week. Uh, every home game is a good game to me. I want to see what Drake May does. You know, they have a pretty good team to watch. The Jets. You know, I want to see what Justin Fields does against the Dolphins. So that's a pretty good game. So all the home games, I'm probably going to try to go to each home game. It just depends on how I feel about it. Just depends. But first game, I don't know. Since it's away, we don't know what ATR gonna give us. I'm gonna have to give this. This is probably a loss right here. This is probably an L. I'm not even gonna lie. Probably an L. Then the next game, I think we could win this one against the Patriots at home. I think we're gonna win this one. Then away at Buffalo, I think this is a loss. I think this is a loss. Then a win. So I could see us starting 2-2. 2-2, nothing too crazy. Next game, we got the Panthers, probably 3-2 at this point. Chargers at home. I don't know, man. I think the Chargers gonna have a good running game. They're gonna be able to beat us. So I give us 3-3. At Cleveland, I give us 4-3. At Atlanta, I give us 4-4. At Baltimore, 4-5. Not at Baltimore. Baltimore's coming to Miami, but I give that 4-5 still. Bills at home. I don't know, man. I don't know about this one. This is an iffy game right here. Definitely an iffy game. Middle of the season too. Middle of the season, man. Shout out to Vamos. What's good, my boy? What's good? I'm out of YouTube jail, man. I'm out. They let your boy free. I was out for a week, but now I'm back, man. I'm coming with pressure this time, you know. I'm coming with pressure. We're gonna have vlogs on the way, everything, man. I can't wait till the season start. Now that I know the schedule, now I can start setting up arrangements for, you know, when I travel out to go to some of the games. You know, most of the games I'm gonna go to are home games. The only away game I probably would go to is the Falcons game. That's the only away game I will go to. Everything else, nah. I'm not going to Pittsburgh. I'm not going to New York. I'm not going to New England. I'm not going to Cleveland. Carolina, I don't really care about going to Carolina. Buffalo, no. And Indiana, I'm not going there either. All the good games are home, so that's why I like this schedule a lot. You know, I don't have to go a far place to watch the good games. It's gonna be right there at the Hard Rock. You know, I'm probably gonna book a spot down. Man, we're gonna be lit this year, man. We're gonna be lit this year, man. I promise you. Promise you, man. Where was I? I was at the Baltimore Ravens. I think that we're gonna be 4-5 at this point. Against Buffalo, 4-6, 4-7. This might be a losing streak right here. This might be a losing streak right here. These 3 games, man, I don't even think that we're gonna come out alive at this point, man. I don't think so, man. This is too hard. The NFL gotta mix this up right here. This is too hard for an NFL team to go through this gauntlet of teams right here. Back to back to back. But at least they're home games. But I don't know how to. I mean, the Dolphins got to win one of these games. And I'm not talking about the Saints games. They got to win between the Ravens game, the Bills game, or the Washington game. You got to win one of those. Got to win one. I can see you losing all of them. And, you know, at least beat the Buffalo Bills. You could lose to the Commanders. We understand. You could lose to the Ravens. We understand. But at least beat the Buffalo Bills in this 3-game stretch right here. At least do that. But like I said, 4-5, 4-6, 4-7, 5-7. At the Jets, I'm gonna give us 6-7. At Pittsburgh, 6-8, 6-9, 6-10, 6-11. There's a chance that we lose, that we win 6 games. Looking at this schedule, I think the ceiling is 8 games, man. The ceiling is 8 games, man, but that don't look too good in regards to us making the playoffs. That don't look too good, man. You know, some years you have that feeling like, man, this schedule is easy. This year you don't have that feeling about the schedule. You don't. You don't. I just went through a quick rundown of all the games, and I see us winning 6 to 8 games off rip. Maybe I'm overestimating the Colts. Maybe, who knows? Maybe I'm underestimating the New York Jets. You never know. Some of these teams we think they're going to be really good, but they're going to be bad teams. Some of these teams are really bad, but they're going to end up being the good team. So we just never going to know who's going to be that good team. But offer from what I'm seeing based off this schedule, man, they should have gave us something easier, man. If they knew that our team wasn't going to be that good, but you can't argue with this. Can't argue. No excuses. And the price is already out. Dang. What's the cheapest game? The Browns game, of course. That's the cheapest game. That's the cheapest game. Atlanta, October 26th. So Atlanta, y'all gonna see me out there. Y'all gonna see me out there, and then this game against Washington. So that's gonna be 2 trips. One trip in October, one trip in November to Spain. That's what's gonna be. Let me see that location. I'm gonna check out that stadium that we're gonna be playing. Let me check it out real quick. Dolphins game, Spain. Let me see. Check out the location. Okay. Santiago Bernabeu Stadium, Madrid, Spain. I ain't never been to Spain before. Never been to Spain. But I'm gonna look it up though. I said that I'm gonna go on stream and look up the actual stadium today when I was at work. So I'm gonna do that today. We're gonna check out the ticket flights to Spain on this week. We're gonna check all that out. Let me check out maps. Can you do a street view? Oh, the seats look bad, man. The seats look bad. I don't know about this one. I probably would go, but not go to the game. I'll just chill outside, like at a bar or something. Be around the activity. That's probably what I would do, to be honest. Like, come on, NFL. I mean, Spain, y'all could do better with the stadium. What? Okay, can you shut the top? Okay, you could. If it's raining, it looked like it. It looked like it. Shout out to my boy Cap. What's good, my boy? I'm back out. They had your boy locked up, man. You know, I've been locked up a few times in YouTube jail. A few times, man. But, plus on top of that, I'll save money if I don't buy the stadium ticket and I just pay for the flight to go to Spain. All I really gotta do is look for an Airbnb in Spain. That's all I gotta do. Let me look up Airbnb. Airbnb. See, you're not gonna find a content creator like me. You're not. We actually gonna go on Airbnb and look up Spain Airbnbs. That's what we're gonna do. I don't even think like Spain got good Airbnbs. Maybe I'm wrong. Madrid, Spain. What was the dates again on the schedule? Hold on. Oh, November 16th. November 16th. Okay, so we're probably looking for these days. They go DG right there. They go DG. But why they showing me experiences? I want to see the cribs over there. Homes. Okay, got it. Ooh, okay. This look nice. Okay. 354 for 2 nights. That's not bad. That's not bad. It seems like their homes have like a more modern touch, but I like it though. It's a cool vibe. Cool vibe. I wonder if they got like houses though. I do wonder, but I'm not gonna stay there like for for more than 3 days. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Let me add some filters. Property type, house, hotel. Yeah, I'll probably stay in a hotel. You can't really trust the Airbnb sometimes wherever you go. You can't. So if I take this trip gonna be a good $1,000, man. A good $1,000. Easy. Easy. But I'm gonna be praying on it. Ooh, this is nice. Ooh, this is nice right here. This one's nice. I like this one. Nice little living room, nice little view. Okay. Clean kitchen. Yeah, nice little balcony. Yeah, that's nice right there. That's nice. Hey, I'll blow up on YouTube if I go on this trip, man. I'll blow up. I know it. I know it. I definitely know it. Yeah, if you just tuning in, we just checking out like the maps in regards to where the Dolphins gonna be playing in Spain, Madrid. We checking out the stadium. The seats don't really look too well. You know, I might need security out there, man. I might need security. Let me zoom out. So there goes Madrid right here. We zooming out all the way. There goes Portugal. We're right on top of Africa. We right here. The gang gonna be right here. Gang gonna be right here. So how long of a flight is that? Man, that might be a whole day right there. Might be a whole day. Nice 3D hologram. Let me search up this stadium real quick. See how it looks like. Which one should I watch? Um, I watch this one. Oh, what's good, Billy? What's good, fam? I'm out of jail now. I'm out of jail. See, this is what the Dolphins need right here. This is what we need in our stadium. This right here, exactly. I mean, this stadium might not be that bad, man. I might go. I might go to the game. It looked like they made a lot of. Ooh, it looked good. It looked like that in there. Ooh, I might have to go now. I might have to go now. Ooh, this look nice right here. Hard Rock do not have this. Hard Rock does not have this right here. Dolphins need a new stadium, man. Yeah, I'm not gonna watch the whole thing. They crazy. But yeah, man. Um, which I think about this stadium. Seem like the seats need upgrades, but around the stadium look good. Retractable stadium. Ooh, okay, that's clean right there. Oh, this is what they do. Oh yeah, this is state of the art stuff right here. Wow, they're making the grass perfect over there. I like that right there. Prevent injuries. See, oh my, so beautiful, so beautiful. But people want to get turf instead of this, so they don't have to worry about doing this. Sad, man. Yeah, they do all that over there. This is a state of art type of stadium. Or you could turn into okay, like an event area. You could kind of do that at Hard Rock a little bit. Yeah, you could turn into a concert or NBA game. Oh wow, you can do everything in this stadium. Yeah, man. Um, I mean, I wouldn't mind going now. Now that I'm looking at it, I wouldn't mind going. Would y'all take a boat over there? Would y'all take a boat? Let me know in the comments, man. Let me know. Flight to Madrid, Spain, November 16th. You're gonna look at the flights for Lauderdale Airport. No, let me see. November 15th. 15th. Okay. Loading up. We're gonna see how much this is. Oh, round trip, $505. That's not bad. That's not bad. And we just looked at the Airbnbs. Look at 326 for 2 nights. Not bad. You see a nice little spot. In total, you shouldn't spend no more than 1,500 in total. I think our currencies are worth a lot over there. I think so. I think so. Yeah, man. And I'm not too picky in regards to flights. I take any flight carrier except for Spirit. No Spirit. Spirit, they tried me one time. They tried me. They should host Super Bowls around the world. Dolphins should wear their NFL Europa team uniform. I haven't seen that yet. That just came out. I haven't seen that one. But yeah, man, would y'all take this flight, man? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Let me know on Twitter. Something. I want to know, man. But I thought I was gonna see 1,000. That's what I thought. That is what I thought, man. And it's saying like you could get there in 2 hours and 32 minutes. No way. It seems like probably like 8 hours, 7 hours to get over there. 8 hours. Yeah, I mean, I want to see what's around the stadium. How does it like? I'm gonna try to get a street view around the stadium. Okay. Do they have a lot of parking over there? Can't go that way. See them way they got palm trees next to oak trees. It's weird over here. It's weird. You're gonna be breathing in different air. A lot of buses down here. A lot of buses. Yeah, they definitely gonna jump during the summer. I might jump on it before summer starts. If I have enough money, I might try to jump on this first. But the home games are more important to me than the Spain game. If anything, I'll just travel to Atlanta. Atlanta not gonna be too much money. I could take that trip, book a little spot over there, go to the game. That'll be perfect. That'll be perfect. And you already know all the other games that I told y'all about. I'd rather not. But where the parking though? That's why I don't understand. This place seems like it got no parking. It seemed worse than Hard Rock based off like the surrounding areas. Hard Rock got like bigger roads on the side of it. You know, there's a big Walmart across the street at Hard Rock. But when I'm over here, I'm gonna be Ubering everywhere. I won't be driving. There's no need for me to get a rental in Spain, unless it's like mandatory. I don't know. Yeah, this is not bad, but it seems like a location that I'll go to and leave the next day after that. That's what it seemed like. Uh,
What going on, my boy?
what's good, my boy? What's good?
Shoot, I had got the time mixed up. I forgot we on different time zone.
Oh, okay. Damn,
Yes,
bro.
sir. Yes,
Well, I
sir.
thought you fell asleep.
Oh no, no, no! I'm finna tap in. I'm finna tap in.
Hmm.
Get you on my laptop.
Okay. Yeah, we
Yes.
just going. We just watch. We just looking at the stadium where the game gonna be at and stuff like that in Spain. Checking out
Okay,
the
okay,
area. You know.
okay. Sound like a plan. Sound like a plan. Shoot.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm about to jump back in here.
Okay.
Um,
You got the link.
yes, sir.
Mhm. Shout out to Billy. They probably have a game day shuttles. Yeah, it just depends on where I gotta book this place at. It don't look like there's no Hilton, no Residence Inn. It looked like apartments around the area. Maybe I gotta stay in the city. Maybe. Let me zoom back out. Okay, so Madrid is right here. You don't want to go too far away from Madrid, so no other cities around Madrid that's more lit than Madrid. I'm pretty sure Madrid is like the littest place here. I'm pretty sure about that. Shout out to my boy Stan. What's good, my boy? What's good for me? Hope all is well. I'm chilling, man. They had me in YouTube jail. They had me in YouTube jail, but I'm back out now. They're gonna have to keep locking me up, man. I'm gonna still keep on doing what I'm doing. They're gonna have to lock me up. Hopefully YouTube not watching this, but yeah, man. Madrid. Hopefully, oh, they got a zoo over here. You know, I'm not even gonna lie, I might hop on Tinder or something like that when I'm out here, see what's out here. I'm not gonna partake in no activities over there. I'm just focused on getting this content in for this YouTube channel. If I go to Spain, I'm gonna check out Tinder, see what's popping. I'm gonna see what's popping in the area. And, I never seen like a woman from Spain. Never been to this side of the country. I had never even been across the Atlantic. Never been. Only place I've been to, Haiti. Only been in Haiti. I've been to Montreal before, right here. Um, where else? I've been to Alabama before. Been to Alabama. I went to Colorado before, right here. That's it. That's all I've ever been. Now I'm about to go all the way to the other side, right here. That's what I'm saying, man. Are you good now?
Yes, sir. What part of Haiti you done been to, bro?
What part of Haiti? Let me see. What Saint Mark right here? This is where my people's from, right here.
Okay, San Mark.
Yeah,
Okay, okay. I done been to Lato T and Port-au-Prince.
Port-au-Prince. Oh, right here.
Mm-hmm. That was a humbling experience, bro. I will say
Oh,
that.
oh, you been there recently?
No, this is like a couple years back, but shoot, it was still a humbling experience, bro.
Hmm. Yeah, man, we got it good over here, man. We do.
Mm-hmm. So, as far as the schedule, bro, uh, how do you feel about the upcoming schedule? How many games do you think we might walk away with?
So I looked at the schedule, bro. I predicted like 6 to 8 games, bro.
Okay, somewhere around same with me.
Hmm. But you probably have a different opinion on different games than I do.
Like I think the Colts game, I think we might be able to sneak that one off. But I think if we get a healthy Anthony Richardson, I think it could be very testy because I feel like he's gonna come this year with a little more poise and not be so reckless. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. And we got bad tape on them,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
we don't know how to game plan against a bad quarterback.
Right.
You know, you do, but at the same time, we don't know if he's gonna come this year and be that same quarterback. You know,
Right. Right. I feel like the Patriots, bro. We gonna split with them.
we're gonna split with the Patriots. We're gonna split with Buffalo.
Yeah, we got to
Jets.
one for Buffalo.
Jets. No.
Jets, I see us taking one of those Jets games. So I think we might go 50-50 with the whole division, bro. Honestly, the way things shaking out, bro. Like
Mhm.
everybody else around us is getting stronger as well, too. You know, I was looking at some of the draft grades and everybody looked like they did pretty good, you know what I'm saying? They got the pieces that they needed, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm. I mean, I don't know.
Who you
I
think
think one team going catch a slipping, man.
Okay, okay. Who you think we could catch a sweep off of if we had to catch a sweep in our division?
Jets.
Jets? Okay, okay. The quarterback situation, is that the reason why you'd be like hesitant, like to say that, they might catch a game off us or
I
no?
mean, I don't, bro. I think out of all the teams in the AFC East, the Jets have the weakest backbone. You
Okay.
know, like I feel like they're the team that's most likely to be bad out of all the teams in the division.
Right, right. The Jets going jet, man.
Yeah, the Jets going Jet, you know, but some like us, you know, we still got some pieces in there that makes you think maybe there's a shot. Jets, they have the same thing, but you know, it's the Jets. So as
Right.
of right now, you just have that feeling about the Jets not being that team that's going, you know, do anything in the division, like fourth in the division. But
True.
I don't know. It's either going to be us or the Jets that's fourth.
Right, right. You think we gonna get a like an inspired Sauce Gardner this year, or you think we gonna get a distracted Sauce Gardner this year? Which one you think coming to us, bro?
Uh, a focus one because the head coach, he's a DB himself.
Right, right.
So I feel like he's gonna get the best out of Sauce Gardner. But I'm not saying that Sauce Gardner's still gonna be able to lock down Tyreek. We've seen a lot of times where Tyreek burns Sauce Gardner, so it's possible. So I'm not really worried about Sauce Gardner, but you know, Sauce Gardner, he might come back and have a better year than he did last year. He might do that.
Right, right. You know what I think? I think like due to his dating history as of recent, you know what I'm saying, he been in the news or whatever. I think that
Oh,
could be a
Ice
major
Spice.
distraction. Yeah, I think that could be a major
Yeah,
distraction. And you know who's sneaky too that we got to look out for? That Carolina game could be a trap game, bro.
Carolina.
Yeah, due to their receiving core, I think that could be a trap game
I mean, it's looking like the easiest game out of all games.
for
That's
sure.
why I don't want to assume that it's a trap game, but it could be because we don't know what we're gonna get from the Carolina Panthers.
Right, right. Like this is a hard schedule. I ain't gonna lie. This is a real
Hmm.
hard schedule, especially as far as traveling is concerned. You ever notice they always kind of do the Dolphins to where in the wintertime they got to do a lot of traveling up north.
Yeah,
And
shoot.
we don't travel well in that cold, man.
Hmm.
So I feel like if we come out this year, we got to hit the ground running. You know what I'm saying? So, those games won't count as hard on us, you know what I'm saying, in the later stages. You feel me?
Hmm. Yeah, but shout out to my boy Stan. He said shout out to Leogan. You know Leogan?
Nah, I don't know who that one is.
You don't know nobody from Leogan?
Nah.
I don't know. I don't know what part you in Miami. There's a lot of people from Leogan in Miami. A lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to y'all boys, man. Hold it down.
We got an easy schedule, low key, CB friendly too. A cornerback friendly, so no good receivers on the schedule.
Yeah, I'm looking. And shoot. I mean, Stephon Diggs might be a problem in the slot again with Cater. You know what I'm saying? He always
Mhm.
kind of be working Cater a little bit, but we gonna see what happens, bro.
DK Metcalf, Jamar Chase.
Mm, yeah.
hmm
Yeah.
So
But who gonna throw DK the ball though? You know what I'm saying? That's what the problem
it's
is.
Aaron Rodgers. But we don't know if he's gonna last up until this point. Like even if he
Um,
plays.
I'm not scared of Aaron Rodgers like I used to, man. Like after that whole Jet saga, man,
Mhm.
I ain't been really scared of him.
You're not scared of him because you seen the NFL team actually say we don't want you. That's why you're not
Right,
scared of him no more.
right. It's like he do too much antics too. It seemed like before you could actually get him on the field and playing, you know.
hmm
So
I don't know. I mean, would you rather see Aaron Rodgers or Howard? The Howard dude, Will Howard.
well, Howard, ooh, I ain't gonna lie. I'd rather see Aaron Rodgers.
Mm,
And the reason why, because we don't got much film on Will Howard besides the college tape. You know what I'm saying? And who's to say that he don't come out like a what's old boy on the Washington Commanders? You know, every year you
yeah.
got that you got that one quarterback like CJ Stroud the year before. Like you always got that one quarterback who just comes in kind of poised and ready to go. So,
Mm,
I don't want to take my chances of the unknown with that guy. We got film on Aaron Rodgers. We know what he like. You know, we could put a menu together for Aaron Rodgers.
yeah.
These unnamed guys or who unproven guys, I say, it's just I don't want to take our chances.
I mean, with Will Howard, I think he gonna be one of those quarterbacks. He gonna come in, do whatever what Mike Tomlin tells him to do.
Hmm.
Like he almost cried when they asked him how happy he was to join the Steelers, bro. He was just you know what glazing is, right?
Yeah,
He
of
was
course.
yeah, he was definitely glazing the Steelers. It's like this is
Mm,
the team I wanted to go to. I love to visit, doing the whole nine. So you better not go out there and play trash, man.
right.
It's a good fit. I'm not gonna lie, but we gonna see. But I think he's a good guy to fit in with Mike Tomlin, the type of coach he is. He put two guys in there that's gonna do whatever he say.
Right.
But with Aaron Rodgers, we still don't know if he's gonna come and play for the Steelers. So the Steelers, it just depends if Aaron Rodgers plays. He beat us last year with the Jets, so he could beat us most definitely with the Steelers.
I'll say this too. If they come in and they put a little scheme around Howard,
Uh-huh.
shoot, I think Tomlin definitely have a little quarterback whisperer in him, but he just hasn't had right pieces around. Like you'll have the receiver
Mhm.
or the other. You know what I'm saying? It's never like they have the whole menu together, but they somehow always find their way to the playoffs, man. So we can't put nothing past them every year. Like what's old boy's name who um who put up a good fight against us? What was it, year before? Well, we're sitting there going through it. We struggling with the Steelers. They ain't got no quarterback. They always
Oh,
find
Mason
their way.
Rudolph.
You know what I'm saying, in contention. I don't understand it, but
Yeah,
hey,
Mason Rudolph.
I'm looking at this schedule, and I mean the Buccaneers. I'm worried about too.
Uh-huh.
Mm. The Saints, I'm not worried about. I feel like the Browns. I'm curious to know if they're gonna by that point will they already have like Shadur maybe playing as a second string, or will he
Mhm.
have made his way up the depth chart? What weeks does that fall under?
The 19th week 7.
You can hear me?
Week 7. Yeah, I can hear you.
Hello?
Yeah, you can hear me. That boy phone tweaking, man. But yeah, man. Um, with Cleveland, he's saying that Shador Sanders he might end up being a starter based off camp results. We're hearing that he might end up getting that job. He might end up getting that job. The ticket prices they're pretty good right now. Pretty good
Yeah.
on ticket prices. Yeah, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now, bro. No.
Okay.
How much the tickets going for?
The lowest one is the Browns game,
The Browns.
$46.
Oh, that ain't bad. What's that for nosebleeds?
Bro, I don't know. I gotta look. I gotta look. The Browns stadium is different.
Yeah. But you know what though? I can see why. Oh, that's a home game for them, huh?
Yeah, it's a home game for them. Yeah,
Oh
no, don't
yeah.
nobody want to go to Cleveland.
Man, nobody want to go to Cleveland, man.
Nobody want to go to Cleveland.
Nobody want to.
Yeah, I'm not leaving Miami to go to Cleveland. Nah,
No.
you'll never catch me doing that.
And what
Hell
time of the
no.
year is that game? Does that game fall in the wintertime? Because if so, hey.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Oh, that's gonna be a cold game.
Mm-mm. Oh my goodness. That's what's gonna make it. It's gonna be a low scoring game. So you know it's good though that we have that running back from Oklahoma because we
Oklahoma
need,
State.
yeah, Oklahoma State, yeah.
Yeah,
Because in a cold weather game like that, we're gonna have to, utilize the trenches, man.
yeah,
We,
run the ball a lot. To
yeah,
be
we can't
honest.
get complacent, man.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're gonna do that, especially if our quarterback room is handicapped. At that point, we're gonna have to establish a offense where we're gonna be running the ball most of the time, especially since we got a lot of mouths to feed.
Right, right.
I don't think the Dolphins gonna be too scared to keep pounding that rock.
Yeah, but you know what pisses me off though? When we in a 3rd and 1 situation and all of a sudden he throws the little cute little bubble screen on
Hmm.
the outside, like please just run the ball. Just run the ball. That's all I ask. This year, if we're gonna have a menu, let's open up the playbook and allow ourselves to, be more versatile. Even if everybody know in the stadium you're gonna run the ball. If it's third and
Hmm.
one, you should be able to have the offensive line to do so rather than doing a little cute little bubble screen and we get nothing, you know?
You know, shoot, it's just the fact of who's a stronger team. Like the Dolphins. One thing the Dolphins are doing in regards to getting people with speed. The people who are fast usually don't have the strength that you really want.
Right, right.
Sometimes you gotta meet at a even ground. To be honest, like you, you could get a fast guy, but make sure he got some strength in him as well. So if he's moving at a fast pace, but he's a very very strong guy, he's holding up his body strong in regards to his muscle mass, and his hits gonna be way harder. He gonna be blocking more efficiently because of the way of his body being proportioned. It's just like different factors in regards to what makes a player tough and what makes a player not tough. But this year, you could see that we added size based off the draft alone. So
Hmm.
that should be a good factor in regards to us being more of a trench team. Like we're not gonna be scared to run on teams. We're not gonna get bullied on the trenches. So we just need more of them guys, man.
Right. And my
More.
question to you, DG, is what is your total grade on the draft picks?
I gave it a B plus.
Okay. Yeah, it's
I
about
gave it a B
same.
plus.
About same for me. I can't wait to see them boys in unison on the offensive line. I
Mm-hmm.
can't wait. I just want to see just at least like 3 10-yard carries. You know what I'm saying? Then that'll make me feel a little bit better. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, we do got the bro. We got the running backs, man. It's just
Yeah.
we hoping the tackles. We hoping our tackles could do something this year
Hmm.
because we don't know if they gonna really be that good. We don't
Right.
know.
Right. I have faith in Patrick Paul. I
Mm-hmm.
think if he could just, get a little lower, what I'm saying, because he's so big, if he can, have good weight distribution, I think he'll be solid, man. I think Tua, have him up there for years to come if we still have Tua for that long.
And sometimes I be thinking like Patrick Paul. He's too tall for Tua.
Yeah.
Too
Yeah.
tall, man. But it doesn't matter in regards to the side that he plays. But at the same time, we could make Patrick Paul a scheme fit,
Mhm.
but it just depends on what he did this offseason. If he does end up being a real good scheme fit, or if he's just an average scheme fit. If he ends up being a real good scheme fit, he's gonna be a really good player. If he ends up being an average scheme fit, we're gonna be able to see, based
Right,
off
bro.
film.
No,
You
you ain't
know.
lying. But you know what I would say too, as far as that the comment as far as Patrick Paul being too big or too tall. If you
Mhm.
think about Kyler Murray, like Kyler Murray is what no more than 5'10", and
Yup.
he has to have like a slight mobility within the pocket. And I know Tua is not a scrambling quarterback, but within the pocket he has great mobility, and I think he can find throwing angles, what I'm saying, to get that ball around Patrick Paul.
Mhm. But yeah, I mean, just because he tall, that's a vertical thing.
Mm,
Horizontally, we're not really worried about Patrick Paul because
mm,
he's not even that wide of a person. But it's just the height in regards to if he was a center, that'll probably be a whole different story. Like, yeah, that's a problem. But tackle is not really a big issue.
mm.
But I just felt like at the time that we picked him, there was other guards that fit the scheme way better.
Okay.
But Dolphins ended up going with the guy with the longest arms, the tallest, the best intangibles. If you just look at Patrick Paul, he looked like that guy that could be
Right,
that
right.
really good tackle for you just by looking at him. Even though on film, sometimes you seen like the things that he had to work on, but just based off his arm length, I think they said that his arm length is wider than LeBron James.
Yeah, I think he about tall as LeBron James too, about 6'8".
Yeah, like bro, imagine having LeBron James wingspan and you blocking somebody. Not a lot of people gonna be able to get their arms back on you.
Right. Right.
You
He's
know.
definitely he definitely could be a force. I could see it now. But
Mm-hmm.
I think he was a developmental project last year, and now we threw him in the fire a little bit, due
Yeah.
to Ron going down. But with those limited reps, man, I see some good things, man. So I say second year is the year where you got to make that jump from rookie year, and you don't have to go through the whole like draft process or whatever. So you can solely focus on straight like football.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And on top of that, Teron Armstead, he's still working with him. He said that in
Mhm.
a little interview this offseason that he still keeps in touch with the young guys in the room.
Right, right.
So hopefully, like even Jonah, even though Teron Armstead already retired, you're a rookie, still hit up Teron Armstead, asking for advice. It doesn't matter what position you get advice from any position on the team, man. Just as long as they're a veteran, Teron Armstead, he's been doing it for a long time. So anything that he tells you, it could help anybody. So Jonah, we gonna need you to learn. James Daniels, he a vet, so like he looked like a vet. Bald head.
He kind of looked like Tunsil a little bit, don't he?
Yeah, he looked like a fake Tuntu, like a Walmart Tuntu. Hell no, but yeah, but that's the only people I'm worried about learning from
Hold
Teron
on.
Armstead.
We
Liam
still got
Eichenberg,
Isaiah Wim on the roster?
where nah, he not on the roster right now.
Oh, I was about to say.
But they said the op is still open there for him to come back.
I feel like he just be taking up space, man, at this point.
Mm. I mean, I would take him as like a rotational piece.
Over Eichenberg, right?
Yeah, over Eichenberg. Like if I had to choose
Mm.
between Eichenberg and Win, I'm choosing Win.
Okay, okay.
To be
Yeah.
honest, you
So
know.
shoot, I feel like we gotta plan something, DG. Like, I don't know what game in the season, but we're gonna have to mark down a game and saying pull up. I'll pull up with the camera. We do some like questions, some interviews or whatever the case might be, and
Mhm.
just poke our head and see what's going on. During the season, which game you think work for you?
I'm going to all home games.
Oh
The only
yeah.
game I'm traveling to is the Falcons game in Atlanta.
Okay, okay. We tailgating or what?
I tailgate each game.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's usually a time, man. That's the thing. Like, if the season ain't going according to plan, y'all guys and girls got to get out there, what I'm saying, tailgate, see what the
Yeah,
fans talking about. Just check the temperature of the team, really.
yeah. That like the tailgates, they really like even if the team winning or losing, it really puts you in that mood. Like, okay, I'm still happy to be a Dolphin fan. You're around other people that feel
Mhm.
your pain,
They feel
but
yeah,
you know,
exactly.
they still out there partying, drinking.
uh,
What you should be what you should be doing. So that's how I view
exactly.
it every time I'm out there. Like if there's a game and there's a tailgate, we go to the game and then the Dolphins end up losing the game. I don't stay around. I go straight to my car, clear, go home. But
Hmm.
if it's a win, I'm posted up. Everybody lit outside. It's a vibe, man.
Yeah.
It's a good vibe.
Yeah, that's always the time. So yeah, I'm looking. I'm kind of eyeing down. Like I want to see some like a hard fought game, but I ain't never been to a Dolphins game where the Dolphins have lost. So I want to pick wisely. You know what I'm saying? So I can keep that streak going.
Mm-hmm.
I know a couple times I've seen them play against New York Giants.
You at risk with each home game.
Yeah, I'm scared. I'm scared this year, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
but I kind of want to go to like the game where we play New England because I know that coach, man, he gonna have them boys ready to go, and
variable.
that's yeah. And I want to see that boy Cam Ward, man. Oh, not Cam Ward. What's his name? Last year guy.
Jaden Daniel.
No, no, no. On the Patriots. Um,
Um, Diggs.
quarterback for the Patriots. His name is
May.
Drake May. Drake May. I want to because I know Drake May is actually better than a lot of people think he is. You know, it's just
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels had such a great rookie year that it overshadowed what Drake May did. And with Drake May, I like the way he moved in the pocket. I like the way he delivered the ball on time. You know, he didn't really have much to work with, but the good quarterbacks you see them turn water to wine. You feel me?
Hmm.
So
But now he got a lot to work with, so ain't no excuses this year.
it ain't no excuse this year, but I always hope that every team in the division go 0-17. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way I think about it. But if they end up getting a couple games and we right in that place where we're always at, where we're fighting for the wild card spot. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
These are the schedule. When I look at it, I'm glad we got Buffalo where we got them because it's not too late in the season, so they're not deciding our fate like that. Then you know, the last game of the season. Where you see? Let me see the last game of the season. We got to see that could be a trap game too. Both
New
teams,
England.
could- both teams could be fighting for that final wild card spot or
Yeah, that
something.
playoff spot.
Yeah, I just hate that feeling every year of like feeling like we looking outside and hoping for a miracle,
Man,
or we got
NFL
to
think
go
they
to.
slick. They think they slick.
Yes, bro. Yes, bro. They think they slick with that one. And then which game this I wanna make a prediction with you. What game do you think they're gonna pull out the unis, the custom unis that they thinking about implicating this year? Like, because it has to be against a division rival. But I'm curious to know like which team do you think is it gonna be the Bills that we pull them out, or you think we're gonna pull them out during against the Jets, or we pull them out against the Patriots?
Mm, uh, I don't think it's gonna be the Bills.
I think it's gonna be the Jets.
Yeah, is looking at the schedule, probably gonna be the Jets or the Patriots.
You know why I say the Jets? Because if you are trying to reveal a new jersey, right? You want
Mm-hmm.
your team to win in those jerseys. So you want to pick a team where you have the best odds to, win. So you put that spotlight and that shine on them jerseys. So where we feel like, oh man, because there's a lot of superstitious fans out there, So
But here's the thing, though. Here's
mm,
the thing about that. No team on this schedule we can underestimate. Nobody.
right,
There's
right.
nobody on this schedule except for the Browns a little bit. Everybody else, I can't underestimate them.
I don't even underestimate the Browns, bro, because you know they still got Miles Garrett on the other side.
Hmm.
And let's say they put Miles Garrett on the side where Austin Jackson at. They're gonna have to double him. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, that's true.
it's gonna just change the whole game plan, and it slowed the game down. Now we're gonna have to run the ball more, and sometimes Coach McDaniels don't realize we got a running back, or if he do realize we got a running back, then he decides to throw a little swing pass to Devon A Chain out the backfield.
Yeah, we
So
definitely gonna have to throw it quick, bro.
yeah, so yeah, what's some of the good edge rushers we going against this year?
Um, we got Joey Bosa twice a
Mm,
year. Gregory
mm,
Rousseau. We have the Mike Green dude
mm.
from Marshall with the Ravens. Hassan Reddick. He joined the Buccaneers this year.
Really, Wood.
Yeah,
Oh my
there's gonna
gosh.
be pressure.
Right.
Um, Chase Young. They re-signed him to an extension on the Saints, so that could be a guy that could get a lot of pressure on us. But other than that, nobody else. Carolina Panthers, they're gonna have a good D line. I could see that happening. Um, the Patriots, they got Harold Landry. Who else they got? They got Chase on something like that. They got two good edge guys, so they're gonna be able to set the edge. Same thing with the Colts. So there's nobody like Miles Garrett. We already know about him, but we should be able to handle this schedule in regards to edge guys. TJ Watt, he gonna be pressure. Hendrickson, we don't know if he gonna be playing for the Bengals. We don't know.
Mm,
Um, Tampa Bay, I think Austin Jackson can handle Hassan Reddick and Diaby.
mm.
So
Hey,
we got like 5 hard games, 4 hard games in regards to edge guys.
right, right. You see, we brought in I guess Rasul Douglas yesterday or today.
Yeah, I
What you
seen
think?
that.
What you think about that?
I mean, I think right now he asking for too much money. He's still a young age.
Mm,
He's not too old. So you think he still got some more juice left. He's a instinctful guy, I shall say. Very good instincts. I'm trying to find a highlight of him. I haven't watched his highlights yet. I seen it, but I was just like, I'm gonna wait to see if we sign him, but we didn't sign him. So, he a good ball hawk. He not gonna lock down your best receiver, but he gonna have 1 or 2 good plays to where he could get the ball back to the offense.
okay, okay.
So that's what you gonna really use him for, to get the ball back. Even though he not Jalen Ramsey, we really want cornerbacks who could turn the ball over, because that's gonna change the aspect of us not having the defense on the field the whole time, because we got a cornerback who could get the ball back.
Right.
You know,
I feel
and
like
everywhere
our
he
defensive front gonna buy us.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And on top of that, if you got the D line that we have, and you get a cornerback of this stature to put back there, definitely gonna be able to show off his traits and his strengths. Because the quarterback, he gonna have to throw the ball quick.
Right.
He gonna have to
Right.
do that. So Rasul Douglas, I wouldn't mind him, bro. I wouldn't mind, but it seems like he want too much call.
So if you had to choose one, right? Oh, that's some good ball skills right there.
Yeah.
But then again, that was Zach Wilson throwing that right there.
Yeah, he on our team now.
Right, right. So with that said, like if you had to say the Dolphins had a calling card, right? Would you say is the offense that's gonna move the needle, or it's gonna be the defense this year that moved the needle?
I think it's gonna be the defense,
Okay.
because all levels, I feel like the defense is more tougher than the offense.
Right, right. Yeah, he getting
You
his
know.
nose in. He's getting his nose in there, man. He
Mhm.
making plays. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He held him down. He came
You
from the other
know,
side of the field too.
yeah, he gonna try. But you gonna have to pay him to do that. That's what
Right,
he
right.
said.
How much he asking for though?
I'm pretty sure he probably asking for 7,
We could give him that. We could give him
but
that.
that's too much for. He know he can't get that from other teams, so I think he's like highballing us.
Mm, mm. It's a
You
stick
know,
up. We in a stick up right now.
Yeah. I mean, he knows that we need cornerback. That's
I see. I
so
see.
now he's trying to get more bread off of us.
hmm But let's say the longer we wait, right? Because I don't know how how they're doing it in a negotiating room, but like the longer we wait, don't you think the price go up, or how you think that work?
The only time price go up is through injuries.
Mm,
Let's say another team cornerback get injured during training camp. Boom, they're gonna be calling his line. They're gonna he's gonna be like, okay, Dolphins, they offer me this. Y'all gotta offer me more. And if the team need a cornerback that bad, they're gonna give him that bag.
and the crazy thing is, the only thing that's guaranteed in the NFL is injury. So,
Hmm.
damn,
But at the same time, he's playing with his side as well because he don't know if all NFL teams like him to the point as to where if they had somebody who got injured, you're giving him a call.
right?
So you could go the whole year without nobody calling you. To be honest,
Okay.
if you don't take the Dolphins offer,
Okay. And what's his measurements looking like? Like, what he look like, man? Is he like long rangy or a small corner? Like,
yeah,
uh,
Rasul Douglas, he's like I think 6'1", 6'2". Um, let me
let's
see
let's look
here.
at the measurements real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, the only time I would accept like a smaller corner is if they have that physicality of like Brent Grimes. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But I
You
want
know,
my
even
people.
Brent Grimes, Brent Grimes, he wasn't like a combine warrior,
No,
but he was instinctful, and he was just a good football player, to be honest.
yeah. Oh yeah,
So
he pretty big corner.
yeah, 6'2", 209. So you trust him against bigger corners, but the good thing about him is, a guy who usually get a lot of interceptions usually is in zone coverage. He's a very good zone
Okay.
cornerback. That's why he did so good with the Bills last year.
Right, right.
So, you
And
know.
Weber be mixing up the packages. I can't lie. Weber be mixing it up a little bit.
Hmm.
So that's one good thing. Cause I mean, I liked Fangio, the bend don't break style,
Hmm.
but I wanted him to let Ramsey move around. You know what I'm saying? I want to let him roam or whatever. But he got a strict like strategic plan for his defense, and I think it's really like no one person is bigger than the defense. So he kept Ramsey on that one side all year. Xavier Howard fighting for his life with one foot on the other side. All year. That was hard to watch, man. I was like, why don't he let him travel? Why don't he let him travel? And then
Hmm.
they painted Fangio to be the bad guy, which I don't think that was the case. It was just, everybody was doing their own thing, people showing up late to meetings and all that stuff. And old head wasn't going for that.
Hmm.
So now that we got Weaver, I mean, things are kind of tightening up. I think at one point this last year we had like the top 10 defense.
Yeah, we got there, and then we kind of died down with injuries, to be honest.
Yeah, so with a healthy squad, I feel like our depth lies within our defensive line. But
Hmm.
after that, I feel like our cornerback room is starving. I feel like shoot, linebackers, we okay at linebacker. Safety, we got a jillion safeties right now, and we don't know who's the safety.
Yeah, we don't know, to be honest.
We got buku safeties. Don't know.
It's just gonna be a competition, to be
Right.
honest.
Who do you think is gonna rise from the dirt out of the safety room?
Yeah, that's a good question. That's a good question. But let me answer the stand question real quick.
Okay.
Both sides got help in the trenches, which makes a world of a difference. Most
Mm-hmm.
definitely. But you could definitely say our D line got more help than our O line.
For sure.
Most definitely. Especially the last 2 years. First round, they went Chop Robinson. This year, first round, they went Kenneth Grant. You know, they wait to the second round, third round to go address the O line. Even though they know, like, oh, I love the D line. I don't know. I think O line is still more important than the D line,
For sure.
to be honest, in my opinion.
That's what keep the
Uh,
engine moving.
exactly. I think the offense will be. the one to lead, more weapons, but it depends on who we replace Ramsey with.
Mm.
So that makes sense, but it just depends on if you think Rasul Douglas is that guy. As of right now, he's
Right.
like the best available option, bro.
Mm.
It
Nobody
seems
coming to
like
save us.
yeah, like everybody's stuck on 18 right now, unless you give up draft picks to try to get somebody. Other than that, you have to deal with what we got right now at corner.
Where was his name go? The one who was on Cowboys and he was with Vikings. What's his name? Cornerback.
Cowboy
Cornerback.
cornerback
Yeah, he was with the Cowboys and he went to the Vikings, but prior to that, he been all over the place. But good corner, a veteran.
Byron Murphy,
No, 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 no. Oh boy, got dread. He kind of look like Ty Dolla Sign a little bit.
Malik Hooker.
Nah, nah, nah. Man, this gonna kill me. Oh, his name at the tip of my tongue. Shoot. Ah, we gonna come back to that.
Yeah.
But the original question was who you think gonna rise from the dirt out of the safety room?
Okay. So to answer your question, uh, a shout out to my boy Ralph, Artie Burns, cornerback. I don't think Artie Burns is gonna be enough. I love Artie Burns. He's from the crib,
Yeah,
Miami, but I don't think he's enough. I don't. But in regards to the safety, I think that's gonna rise.
I know we don't still got Jordan Poyer. I know good and dang well we don't still got Jordan Poyer.
No, we don't.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
We don't. I actually got something that Jordan Poyer I was gonna react to today. Let me
Yeah,
just show that real quick and show y'all.
we got Rob, man.
He gonna talk about this season. Let's check this out.
We got no value.
What happened?
We ain't got no value.
No volume.
Yeah, we still can't hear.
Yeah, that's probably your phone. I could hear.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's probably on my end.
Mhm. Let me just let it play out.
Mm-hmm.
Stephon Gilmore.
Stephon Gilmore, yes, bro, yes.
Yeah,
What's up with him?
yeah. He's still available. Um, I don't know. We're gonna see. I think he would ask for the same amount as Rasul Douglas.
So you would so who would you pay? Who would you pay first? Would you pay Rasul Douglas or would you pay Gilmore?
Uh, I'd pay Gilmore. I seen Gilmore
Strategies.
do better jobs against receiver number ones compared
Right.
to Rasul Douglas. I seen Rasul Douglas make a lot more plays, but I seen Stephon Gilmore stay more consistent against good competition than
Right,
him.
right.
So I would choose him. But the safety, I think that's going to like step up and be the leader of the safeties and he going to like show his face is Ashton Davis.
Okay, okay.
He got a lot of experience. He has experience as well, but Ashton Davis, I think he gonna be out there hit sticking people. You
Okay.
know, he gonna play like a vet. But the guy I think that has the most upside is Ifatu. I think he could be a better safety than Ashton Davis. but I think Ashton Davis is more established right now.
Right, right.
Yeah, but Patrick Morris, he's like a wild card. I think he's gonna be able to make the team. The only thing about Patrick Morris is he gonna get playing time other than special teams.
Right, right.
Is he gonna get valuable reps out there with all the other DBs? I don't know yet, but based off the film that he showed last year, you think that he got a shot. You think so based off the safety room right now.
Mm.
The fact that the Dolphins did not address safety like that makes you think maybe there is some confidence with Patrick Morris and what he did last year.
Yeah, because that's a room, that's a full room. And good luck, Standy, because I was sure enough, man. I was like, whoa, the name was right here on the frontal lobe, but I couldn't spit it out for a second. But
Hmm.
if I had to choose who I think would arise like out this room, bro, and it's gonna be shocking to you, I say it's the guy who's already been in the scheme, bro. Now I'll go with Elijah Campbell.
Elijah Campbell.
Yeah, yeah. I think he still has more to show us, but I say it'd be him to rise from the dirt because he's already familiar with the scheme. And then second, I would go Ashton Davis.
Hmm. Okay, yeah, these are two first year guys. Makes
Hmm.
sense.
Hmm.
Makes
And I don't want
sense.
to see his face again, Standy. Too.
Mhm.
I seen enough of Jordan Poyer, man. That we got sold on a dream right there, bro.
I mean, we got him at the wrong time, man.
Yeah, later on, bro. We tend to do that, bro. We get these guys where they name their household names, like even Jalen Ramsey, bro. Like I love
Mhm.
Jalen. I think he's savvy. He could play, bro. But I done seen Jalen get burnt a couple times last year. I was like, whoa,
Mhm.
whoa.
I mean, here's the thing. Here's how I compare the situations. Like us getting Jordan Poyer is like you getting that Honda Civic that got 120,000 miles on it. That's what it's like, bro. Uh, but Jalen Ramsey is like, okay, you got a little Infinity 300, but it still got like 80,000 miles. Like it's gonna get the
Right,
job done. It might mess up here or there, but it's a cool car,
right,
you
right,
know. So I view it as cars with mileage.
right, right.
So, and we
And
all know, like Jordan Poyer, he said he would. He said he was old enough to be on the Cleveland Browns when Mike McDaniel was there as an assistant.
see,
I'm
see.
like, I'm like, damn, you started playing in 1990?
Bruh, the crazy thing is, I know bruh man ruptured his spleen, lacerated his shoulder, all type of stuff. So I know I wasn't expecting like the Jordan Poyer of old, but I just felt like bruh man was just out there running. He was just getting cardio in. Like at some point, I think he was making like towards the end of the season, bro. You could start to see certain players that are making business decisions. Like if you think about Javon Holland, right? Towards the end of the year, Brutman knew that like as a possibility I might not get paid. So
Yeah.
why put my neck and shoulder into this tackle when I might not be able to see that full payday if I get hurt right now. So I seen the
Boy,
business decision being made, bruh.
yeah, bro, these boys, they all about the chicken man. I hate that, but I can't complain about that.
Right, right.
On top of that, now that you mentioned cornerback, um, Miami Dolphins, we signed New York Jet cornerback Kendall Sheffield, if I'm saying it correctly.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, you don't
That's
know?
his baby.
Do you know anything about?
Nah, I feel like I heard the name, but
Mhm.
he's not a household name to me, and I feel like I'm more into corners that like to press up and get physical at the line, but I haven't seen the Dolphins have a cornerback like that in a long time. You know what I'm saying? I want a dog that's gonna get in your face. So if he's that type of guy, hopefully, I would love that. But
Mhm.
you can't play that style every down. But
I mean, the one thing about Kendall Sheffield that I do like, I get this signing like a B minus. They brought him in for a tryout, looking for a cornerback to fill in. And he ended up being that guy that impressed the Miami Dolphins. A very fast cornerback. 5-star recruit coming out of high school.
okay,
You know,
Bama
committed to
kid.
Alabama. Bama kid. You know, 5 star ranked number 20 in the nation, 31. So he always had the potential, but when he just got to the NFL, he hasn't really lived up to what we
Mm,
thought what he could have been,
mm,
but he still got like that speed that you want cornerback, the size, he could really work on that. But I think he gonna be a decent guy. He could play the outside. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe he got better.
yeah.
Maybe he got
You know
worse.
what's
But
crazy,
we
bro?
gonna see.
Now I think about it.
Hmm.
A year or two ago, we were so high on Cam Smith, bro. What happened to
Hmm.
bro? Well, like I know I seen him get beat on one double move, bro, and I ain't see him ever again. What happened to bro?
Bro, I don't know, man.
Oh,
I don't know.
man.
I don't think this means that Cam Smith he's done.
But what they gonna
But I just think that,
Where they
huh?
gonna find room for him if he getting beat on double moves consistently? Where they gonna find room for him? Hopefully he gonna have to show up, show out in this training camp because I know the two people already got headed to the crib is Channing Tindall and him. We ain't been able to shake Eichenberg yet because Eichenberg's still versatile, but them two right there
Hmm.
gotta go.
We gonna see, bro. There's only 53 roster spots,
Right.
so there gonna be people gone for sure on this roster right now.
I haven't heard one
So
mention.
like that's why I don't take this roster too serious. But at the same time, it's you could tell by the signings who the team brings in, who that's gonna make the team in regards to what holds for the future. Right now with the
Mhm,
cornerbacks, nobody's spot is promised other than the guy that we just drafted, Jason Marshall
mhm.
and Trader. Those two. Everybody else, they could be gone by the middle of the season. Even Cater, even Cam. There's no stability there. So it seems like they're doing a committee with the cornerbacks to see who's gonna come out and be that the best cornerback.
I
That's
forgot
what
we
it
got
seems like.
Storm Duck, we got Ethan Bonner. We got a
Yeah,
lot. These rooms is filled. Somebody got to pop up out the dirt, man.
that's what I'm saying.
Somebody, because I know Ethan Bonner run fast, but what the cover skills look like,
Yeah, it seems like like every time they talk about coverage with Ethan, you don't hear nobody say anything, bro.
That's a track guy, man. They got him off the track field. That's crazy.
Most definitely, bro. What's the best compliment our team could give Ethan?
Shoot,
He's
faster,
faster than
faster than
Tyree.
Tyree. I don't know what that means anymore. Like,
At first, I love when they said that. I was like, "Oh wow, okay, okay, what boy? Okay, I
hmm
see you." But now it's like, okay, what else?
right.
Okay, he's faster. What else can he
When I
do?
heard that, bro, I said, "Oh man, we got the white chocolate Witherspoon out there, man." Well, I was thinking of like so much like potential. I was thinking like, okay, we put Storm on one side, we got him on the other side. If something happened to Ramsey or something like that, then we got Cater on the slot. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody could at least take that spot of Nick Needham. You know what I'm saying? Just do some,
Mhm.
just do enough to just what I'm saying, hold us down for a game or two.
Bro, I don't see Ethan Bonner ever being able to guard Justin
No,
Jefferson,
no, no.
Jamar Chase. I don't think that's gonna
I'm
ever
telling you,
happen,
we
bro.
got all the cornerbacks that's fast, but can't turn their hips. Soon as that double move happen,
Mm.
bro, they be lost. So we gotta find somebody a map out there, man.
But like right now, based off the status of the Dolphins, right now, what we gotta focus on is all the DBs working together
Mm,
instead of us having a cornerback that could lock on this side, a cornerback that could lock down that side. We need to come up with a defense as to where all the cornerbacks could work off of each other and work in unison. Instead of like apart. We could have done that if we still had Jalen Ramsey, but since he out the door, now you gotta work together. You know, it's kind of like when you're in a group project. Not not everybody is good at a certain thing, so y'all all come together. So there's no weaknesses because you're good at
Right.
this, you're good at that. So we gotta use our DBs in that way to see how we could best formulate this defense instead of putting our cornerbacks in a bad spot. So I think that's what's gonna happen with our DBs this year.
Okay. Okay.
But we're gonna see if they hold up and they're working hard enough. I seen Cater Cole, who I'm gonna show you. He been doing some boxing.
Yeah. That's
Let me
good for
see.
cardio. You know what I'm saying? Good for cardio.
Instagram.
See, the thing is though, too, DG, I feel like, all the workout and training, everything looks good. Everybody look good doing these workout and training. And then as soon as they get on
Mm.
the pads, it's like, you like, what happened, bro? What happened?
The boy again. What? But no, Cater. He hitting
Okay,
though.
okay. Cause I mean, I like Cater. I like
Ca-
Cater. That's one of the best things Chris Greer done found in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, Chris Greer. He think he just. But the things that Chris Greer can hang his hat on is not nothing to hang his hat on for. Like it was a good find getting him as an undrafted free agent, but you're not going to win Super Bowls
Exactly.
just based off of continuously finding undrafted free agents.
I'll tell you this, Chris Greer needs to write a book, bro, on how to keep a job, bro.
Hmm.
This dude,
I mean, like one time I think somebody asked him, what you call it, what's the best draft picks or the not the draft the best draft picks that you ever selected as a Miami Dolphin? He brought up Cater Cole, who Tua. I mean that's your resume. All right, you're happy about that, but ask other people about their
hmm
resumes. You're gonna see who they
hmm
got.
like, how do we pass
You
up
know
on Justin Jefferson and them type of receivers, man? You know what I'm saying? Well,
who
you
knows?
know, but I say this though, when it comes to Chris Greer and hanging his hat on something, the only thing I give him credit for is how he parlayed that Tunsil pick into all these, players, man. That was crazy. I think we really fleeced the Texans.
I mean, it's a smart move.
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying I'm not gonna say that Chris Greer is incompetent.
Nah,
But he doesn't make the right move all the time.
I think it's his pride, bro. His pride be too deep off in the way, bro. Like
Mm-hmm.
when they asked him what are we gonna do with the offensive line last year, and they
Mm-hmm.
start laughing, bro. That right there, I was like, all right, bro. Clearly y'all don't care, bro. Clearly y'all don't care.
But I always tell everybody, bro, it's just in regards to them wanting to have confidence in the players, and they know the players watch the press conferences, so they try to like portray that okay, we're happy with the players instead
Mm,
of showing the media that we're still willing to move off of them.
right.
You know.
They call it coach talk. That's what they be calling it. Like
Mm-hmm.
whenever you see McDaniels, I always watch the interviews, and sometimes he blow me because I'm like, man, bruh, get what you gotta get out, man. Say what you gotta say. He
Mm-hmm.
be beating around the bush just to say one sentence, bro. I was like, come on, man.
Oh man, I
Say
mean
what you
that's
gotta
coach for
say.
you.
Right, right.
That's
You got
coach.
any more questions?
I mean, hold on real quick. I was gonna look for some clips of Kendall, but I'm not seeing nothing. He probably haven't played in a while.
Mm.
He probably haven't played in a while, so um, I did have something I wanted to show you, man. It is kind of funny. You got work in the morning?
I do, but you know what though, bro? I feel like since I had came on here a little late, what I'm saying, I'm trying to get some time in.
Okay, okay. But let me see here. I gotta see what other topic I had that I'm gonna
How
go over
often you gonna
today.
be? How often you gonna be going live like this?
Uh, it just depends, to be honest, bro. It just depends on the day. either I go to the gym late at night, Planet Fitness,
Mhm.
open 24/7, or I go in the morning to my other gym, and then I stream right after work at
Okay, 9 p.m. a.m.
9 p.m.
Okay, so shoot, if you do this tomorrow, bro, I gotta jump in on your time, bro, because you know what happened, bro. I'm sitting there like, okay, I'm waiting for 10, and then I thought about it. I was like, oh shoot, we on two different time zones.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
Texas gonna mess me up if I go over there.
Yeah, it do. You could feel it. Like if you drive, like let's say, because I drove from Florida to Texas, like it's gonna be some point in that trip where you like by the time you get to Alabama, Mississippi, you're gonna be like, wow, like I feel like it's been daytime forever, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You just
Nah,
feel
I'm
like,
good.
yeah,
You never
that's
gonna
great
catch me
time
taking
travel.
a drive, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Everything better off with a plane, dog. Man. Oh, we got some rookie action.
Yeah, rookie action.
I wanna see my boy Ears throw the rock a little bit more. Like they showing little bits and pieces. I seen Tua throw a little dart the other day.
But they know that's what y'all all want to see.
Hmm.
They
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
know
They
that's all
everybody
y'all
eating
want.
it up. Everybody eating it up.
You look, he throwing right. He throwing it right now, but they're not gonna show where he's throwing it to.
Exactly. I hate that. Follow
Hmm.
like the cameraman, follow the ball, please.
You know who he looked like to me a little bit right
Fitzpatrick.
here? Nah, Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold, yeah, I could see that a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, but he don't got a Sam Darnold arm. I think Sam Darnold got a way better arm than yours.
Man, Sam Darnold showed himself to be a real player in last
Mhm.
year or the year before.
You know, but I think Quinn he got to get in the weight room, dog. Like
Mhm.
he got to add on more muscle mass. To be honest, in my opinion.
Yeah, because if you look at it, if you see Tua's base versus his, you can see like the strength and you can see the leg definition. If you compare
Hmm.
the two, you could tell
That
he
Tua
kind of
got
got
it.
a yeah, yeah, he got like a little more like chicken legs in a sense.
Hmm.
But yeah, that takes time. You know, he a rookie, so you know I ain't gonna really put too much on him. But for all the people that's ready for him to start right now, they wilding. They don't see what Tua really brings, bro. And I'll tell them like this: if
But we
you
do this every year, dog,
every
with the
year,
with
bro,
Dolphin fans.
every year, bro, anytime we get somebody, bro, we want to deem them as the guy. So
um, sit tour.
shit, to I
Come on, man.
man. Come on, man. You saw what we had Tyler Huntley. We don't have about three Skylar Thompson.
Hmm.
Man, bro, Tua at this moment gives us the best chance to win. Now, do I wish Tua will slide protect himself? God knows.
Hmm.
But that's the Samoan warrior, that's the Samoan sniper, that's the guy we got running our team right now, running our offense. As long as he make the right reads, you know, we got 2.5 seconds or more to protect this man. You know, said he gonna get it to where it needs to go. It's just we gotta have that offensive line, and I feel like that's the problem with Chris Gear. He waited too long to try to build a line around your young quarterback.
Hmm.
You let him take them kill shots, and then he start subjecting his own self to the kill shots, trying to make a play.
I mean,
So,
like what I'll say about our quarterback room, you probably won't hear nobody else say this. I think our quarterback room m- probably is the most fragile quarterback room in the
mm,
NFL. You know,
mm,
our quarterback room is like China glass.
mm,
One false move, it could break.
right.
So, with a quarterback room with China glass, you want to make sure you got it fully protected. Make sure that it can never drop. You know, there's other type of glasses that no matter how much you drop it, it's not gonna break. Those glasses are Lamar Jackson,
Mm,
Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. But
mm,
us, we have the China that could easily break, which is Quinn Ewers, uh, Tua, and Zach Wilson. So I mean, no problem with getting that type of China. You know, if you like it, you can get it, but make sure you
mm.
got the right stuff to protect it with
Exactly, because it
if you
looked
want to use
pretty.
that.
It looked pretty when it's shining is in the case, but as soon as
Mhm.
you got to go off script, oh, oh, I be watching the game like this. Oh my gosh.
Oh my! I thought
Please
it was gonna
stop.
be better than this, but it doesn't.
Mhm.
It
You
doesn't.
know, so I'm gonna stay optimistic and I'm gonna say, hey, bro, this is I won't say this is our year because I'm not delusional, but this
Mhm.
is a great opportunity to prove everybody wrong. Like, hey, we got these young guys. These young guys don't know nothing. They're green. And that's the best part about it. They don't know what the old regime was like. So they got their chance to leave a new mark on the team and kind of like show us, hey, this is not the same old Dolphins. We deep in the trenches. We can hold down the fort a little bit, in the secondary. We can,
Yeah.
play over the top with the safeties. Saying we got a good running game. We got a good wide receiver core. Let's make something shake. So I'm still optimistic about the season, but I don't want to like over jump the gun. Since if we win 3 games out the gate, bro, I guarantee you every Dolphins fan gonna be hollering Super Bowl this, Super Bowl that, bro. Because that's what happened that one year when we had the number one offense.
Hmm.
Shoot, we beat
But
the
I doubt.
Chargers.
I don't think we're gonna win 5 games in a row, bro.
Nah, nah, nah.
I
Nah.
doubt it. I doubt it, bro.
I just want to be at least in the middle of the pack, and then by like playoff time, I want us to kind of like try to lock down a spot, man.
Hmm.
But I will know if we fall 2 games to the Bills this year, bro. That's gonna be the indicator. Like, let me just watch this team, but don't like take this too personal because sometimes I be sitting here sad, man. Like
Hmm.
I'm looking and I'm just like, wow, like the build up, because the media is gonna build it up, the interview is gonna build it up. Nobody's never gonna say no bad things about their team. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? And
You know,
like,
one thing I do think about sometimes.
mm,
I feel like the time that we drafted Tua, um, we didn't know how good Josh Allen would be at
mm,
that time, so we thought Tua was good enough,
right.
and we were okay with picking Tua. But if Josh Allen showed us that year what he's doing now, I think we would have been like, no, ain't no way that we could pick Tua.
But then think about it like this too, though. If we would have got Justin Herbert, you notice Justin Herbert is a good regular season quarterback up until the moment where he has to show himself against, a top level quarterback in a playoff game. He
Mhm.
always cock out on himself. And I don't know what it is. Like when I was watching them play what is it, Jacksonville that one year? Every year, bro. Like I got a homie that's a Chargers fan and he be feeling it, bro. He be wearing it just like how the Dolphins fans be wearing it. And it's like we would have been damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because who else would we have to choose for? If we would have got Jalen Hurts, we still wouldn't have had the offensive line to protect him since he's a dual threat quarterback.
See, that's where it comes into play in regards to where maybe if Justin Herbert did come to the Dolphins, sometimes I be thinking like Justin Herbert is a better fit for the Dolphins
I can see
and
that.
Tua's a better fit for the Chargers.
Chargers, yeah. If we would have swapped that, I ain't gonna lie. Tua would have been revered over there in not San Diego, but LA because they closer to Hawaii, if anything.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that fan base would have already been going crazy about Tua. And I mean, Herbert over here, they would have been hyping him up like the next Marino because he got that good arm and the
Exactly.
size. So yeah, I
Yeah,
can see that.
they would have been hyping him up. On top of that, Miami, we don't need a Miami quarterback. I'm not saying that Tua's a Miami quarterback, but based off Tua's culture, Miami's culture is the most similar to Tua's culture. So it
Right.
seemed like the seamless fit when Tua came to Miami.
Mm.
But Justin Herbert, different type of quarterback. Dan Marino, I'm pretty sure he wasn't a Miami quarterback.
No, he
He
was from
doesn't seem,
Pittsburgh.
yeah, Pittsburgh, a regular quarterback from Pittsburgh. I didn't really see Dan Marino as a Miami quarterback, but he balled out and ended up being that way. So now you see the mold of a guy that could be successful as a Miami Dolphins quarterback. You want to emulate that, you know?
Right.
So we went the exact opposite with getting Tua. The
Right.
6'5", 6'4" guy, over 220 pounds. that was Justin Herbert,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And on top of that, a guy who's not used to the area, you bring him in, he gonna come in only focus on football, not the females, no nothing. Not. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have seen Justin Herbert partying on a boat this offseason. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I haven't even seen that from him over there with the Chargers. I haven't seen that, you know. And then Tua over there with the Chargers, he would have been sitting sweet because he probably would have had less injuries because they had a better O line than us. So it's just I feel like both of the quarterbacks they were in the wrong situations, and if they had switched, would have been better off for
I can
them.
see that. I could definitely see that.
Hmm.
That would have been. I ain't gonna lie. Next quarterback the Dolphins get though, he has to be at least 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", whatever,
Hmm.
and have to have a cannon for an arm. I think that'll fit us better, and suit us better than having like a smaller end quarterback because we knew Tua had injuries. It's just I'm not gonna lie. I was on a Tua train and I still am a Tua supporter, but I'm just gonna live with the decisions that we made. You know what I'm saying? Because I think he can still get us there, but he's not gonna be the sole reason we get to a championship or a Super Bowl. Because not it's not too many Josh Allen's or Mahomes or Lamar's out here. You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
So that's like a diamond in the rough. We are just lucky to have a comparable quarterback due to the fact that there's always a new quarterback on the move. Like
Mhm.
Trey Lance. What happened to Trey Lance, man? That boy was highly scouted or whatever from North Dakota. Cutting up, doing his thing. He had the size, the stature, the arm. He met all the intangibles. That boy get on the field, can't make the right read.
Sometimes you got to remember it's hard to evaluate the quarterback position.
Mhm.
We've seen guys Tua size do it before. That's why
Right.
we were confident in regards to Tua doing the same thing. But it seems like, you know, just because we've seen guys do it before doesn't mean that Tua's not likely to get injuries. That means he's way more likely to get injuries since he's
Hmm.
smaller. So, but NFL teams are not thinking in that way. They're thinking, okay, is this guy a good? Is he a good quarterback? Like even the guy from Oregon, he got picked before Shador.
Right, right, right.
He 5'10", bro, and they still picked him before Shador.
Dylan Gabriel.
You know, because sometimes the team just want a quarterback that can win. Right now, the Browns are us when we pick Tua. At
They
least we
picked
got a
somebody.
quarterback that know that could win.
They want somebody, anybody, man. Please, please.
Please,
But
we begging, and they got 5 quarterbacks in the room now.
Man, I'll say this though, Dylan Gabriel, bro. People sleep on Dylan. He like to be in a program like Oregon, you have to know something. So you have to have some type of intangible. They doing a lot of like pistol work and a lot of option plays and RPO stuff. Over there, and I feel like if you was to put Dylan Gabriel as a backup in Miami, I wouldn't actually be irritated with that. I wouldn't mind that. If you
But
watch.
it's like you buying yourself more time with Tua at that point.
Mhm. They don't got enough competition for Tua every year. That's what I think. I think when you have a quarterback, no matter if he's great or not, you put him against competition. You know what I'm saying? Drew Bledsoe, even though they probably didn't know it at the time, but
Mhm.
Brady was competition. You know what I'm saying? Even though he got hurt, what I'm saying? That's when Brady got thrusted into that role. But still, you have to have competition at that quarterback position. And I felt like when they brought Zach Wilson in, that was kind of like a cheap situation. Like I think Chris Greer, if he cut himself, he tried to find a quick little band-aid to cover up that cut rather than, getting the wound properly treated. You know what I'm saying?
But but at the same time, that band-aid that he got, it could help cover up everything. You know, it's
Yeah.
not. I mean, it's big enough to do that, but you don't know if it's gonna actually work or not. And so that is like the upside of Zach Wilson that could help save Chris Greer's job. Instead of getting a quarterback that got picked in the seventh, fifth round in the draft, you got the guy who got picked number 2 overall in the whole draft for $6 million. He could end up playing like the number 2 overall quarterback in that whole draft class, and boom, you got a good bang on your buck with Zach Wilson. So
Right.
And then look, Quinn Ewers, a year ago, everybody thought he was going to be a first round quarterback. Everybody thought he was going to be a first round quarterback. He
I
ended up
sure
going in
did.
the seventh round. The last quarterback taken in the NFL draft, the last one. Everybody thought he might be the second or third one pick. He ended up being the last one. So it seems like we went for quarterbacks who were dirt cheap, but once upon a time, there's a Cinderella story in regards to them being the best quarterback in their class.
Because I'll tell you this, bro. Quinn Ewers, since I live in Texas, bro, I done seen a lot of Longhorn games, bro. And
Mhm.
he has the intangibles, bro. Like he has the moxie, right? He got that kind of swagger where like, he's gonna talk his shit and he's gonna try to make sure that, he could back it up too. But
Yeah.
also he could read a defense, you feel me? And I think his intangibles on the next level can translate well. It's just a matter of getting those repetition and staying healthy because he's injury prone as well. This guy, when healthy, they was looking at him in the cat and Heisman rear view. You feel me? So how you go from that to seventh round? You know what I'm saying? That's a big drop.
But that's what I'm saying. It could be because of the injury
Mm-hmm.
to the shoulder, his throwing arm. He said he played through it the whole season. I love it. You try to show your toughness, but the
Mm-hmm.
more you throw with that arm, that throwing arm, where you got a messed up shoulder, the more damage you causing to your body. That's why his like throwing motion. If you watch the film from back then when he used to throw, and
Mm-hmm.
now you could tell the difference in regards to how he's throwing the ball. They're saying like the major issue with him is in regards to he don't know how to put the right touch on the ball now. Sometimes he might lob a ball when he could have just zipped it in there.
Right, right,
And
right.
then vice versa. So he's like indecisive in regards to how to get the ball delivered to the receiver. So that's something that he has to work on. Tua, every time he throws the ball, he's a little bit more consistent
Mm-hmm.
in that area, more accurate in that area. So that's where you can see that upside of Tua starting over Quinn Ewers. But
Mm-hmm.
Quinn Ewers could fix that in his game. He could give Tua a hard time in regards to him being the starter this year.
Right, because where Tua shines, he struggles, and
hmm
I think yeah, like just like you said. So yeah, I'm
We
excited. But you gonna be on here tomorrow though, bro?
what's tomorrow? Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably. I haven't been on here for a while, so I gotta get caught back up with these guys on here.
Yeah, because I want I
So
want to
yeah,
talk
I'll
small
probably
ball.
do like 10 o'clock again.
Okay, okay. And this time I'll be on time because I'm usually punctual, but that
hmm
time change got me, man. But yeah, shoot, I'm looking forward to joining the channel, seeing what y'all boys talking about over here, boys and girls. Um, DG's
we just got
definitely a great
we
person to
just got
follow.
this. We got this, and we got one more video I wanted to watch.
Oh yeah, yeah, hit me.
All right, we gonna finish watching this real quick.
I ain't gonna lie, the wide receiver sold out for that one.
Who is that?
Yeah, who was that? What's his name? Sanders?
83.
83. That might be somebody to look out for right there.
I think that's the dude from Baylor. I'm not too sure.
I heard we got a wide receiver that's about 6'4". He kind of got that like slender build, but run fast as hell.
Yeah,
I'm hearing a lot
Armstrong.
about I'm hearing a lot about these undrafteds. I heard we got a good undrafted class. So
Yeah, I think we had the best in the whole NFL. I
yeah,
like I like what we did with our UDFA's.
they sending them scouts out there, man.
Mm-hmm. Marshall.
Mhm. Yeah, they go to 83 again. What's his name?
I see Tankley,
Tankersley.
Tankersley. He too small, man. He's like the same size as Tyreek and Water. None of these
Really?
guys big.
Oh, we got a bunch of little slot guys.
Yeah, but I think Armstrong here somewhere.
Okay.
They're gonna
Mike
be keeping
Daniels
his.
better tighten up this year, man. I don't want to see the old laughing and joking playing and stuff. I mean, when
Mm,
we losing, bro, I be sick. Like at first it's cute and funny, like when he be joking around and playing and stuff. But as soon as like we start losing, I'm like, okay, man, the antics is
yeah.
over with, man.
You can't take Buddy serious after that.
Yeah, it's hard to. Be like, who the Dolphins hire as our head coach, man?
They want to just hire anybody. They wanted to go unique.
Unique, right? But you know what I think they was thinking? They thought they was gonna get like a coach off the Rams. Oh, what's his name?
Sean McVay.
Sean McVay. They thought they was gonna get somebody like that. And I don't know. He came off the rip. You know what I respected about him? He came off the rip and was like, yeah, I used to have a drinking problem. I haven't drunk
Mhm.
for this amount of years. And that's honorable. When somebody can just come out straight up and admit they demons and like, hey, but I'm here now. It's what it is. This what it
I
is.
mean, you got to come out and say at that point, since it's out in the open now, like
Yeah, it's public knowledge, huh?
yeah, you know, we know.
Mm, yeah, dude.
So
Man. That man had to reinvent himself a couple times. That's how I hope the Dolphins do reinvent themselves, man.
it all starts with your draft classes. Just
Right.
getting all tough guys is gonna be the good first step in regards to building that foundation of a tough team. So I'm happy with our guys. I'm probably gonna stay on after you leave, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna show you this one video.
Yeah, let me
Where is
see.
that? Plies.
Yeah, bro, I saw that. hey, hey, if I had to choose, I'll go large. I'll go large if I had to choose, bro.
The large one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what made the most noise. You know what I'm saying? You
I
know.
mean, we gonna check it out to see which one. Ladies, please bear with me if you're watching this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
Viewers
y'all.
discretion is advised.
Close your ears if anything.
the new challenges they be coming out with, bro.
I think it's this one.
Yeah,
Oh, large.
large. Yeah, I,
Hold on.
I
Yeah.
I should I said God forgive me. Why I got a favorite, bro?
I mean, but at the same time, you could say she's saying small, medium, large. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
guessing they doing it more times.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking the first girl could do the same thing that the large girl could do.
I don't know, bro. Anything they was doing anything you could do, I could do better. Cause
Hmm.
all of them got
Huh?
talent.
All of
All
them
of them
got
got.
talent.
Yeah, you could see something like that at KODs.
Shoot, they probably gonna get hit up after this.
Oh yeah, for sure. This is like the new recruitment class for this the 2025 freshman list.
Freshman list KOD.
Yeah, KOD edition.
The office.
Mm-hmm. I felt like, what's
Medium M.
crazy? Forgive
Large.
me, forgive me, chat, but I was really finna send this to you, TG. I was finna send this to you early. Man, that's crazy.
Fly said this is why I stay off the internet.
What? What? It's a crazy world out here, y'all. It's
Yeah.
it gets tempted sometimes. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That second one right there, she making a strong case, bruh.
Hmm.
She making a strong case, yeah.
She have potential, but she's a medium, so she couldn't do too much.
Right. How you think they just like they just all met up for promo or like how you think they just came? Do you think they all homegirls for real or
I'm pretty sure they're all homegirls. They probably work at like a strip club or something. They
okay?
had like
That
a little sleepover and they
yeah, that
all
look
show
like
their talents.
that look like Moo Moo night.
Yeah, moon night, girls' night.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Bow bow. Mm-mm-mm. You know, I always want to do a study too, but bro, Pliers kill me with that one, boy. But I want to do a study, bro. Like what is it about? Like I know the Africans they call it nash, nash.
hmm
Maybe I'm not saying it right, nash, or Buddha. Well, however you say it. What is it about like that attract? Like I can't help but to like if I see that in public, I can't help but to stare and be like, yo, like did y'all just see that? You know what I mean?
I mean, we're men. We're men, and there's just certain things that we value as men, and that's the one thing that we can look at a woman's body and see off rip without having to get to know them. We could just see that just from a distance
Mm,
or close. That's something that we see, you know. So that's what we'll value and judge you
right,
off of. Because if it looks back, if it looks good back there, then it looks good probably with the clothes off as well.
right, right. And one thing about women is they value their assets. You know what
hmm
I'm saying? So I mean, if that's how you making your money, by all means, because the promo, I feel like the promo be promo in. You know what I'm saying? They find a way to network, and you see like back in the day, your parent might have only had like a couple people to look at, like in a magazine or something like that. But
hmm
now we're getting this stuff in 4K, man.
Shoot, shorts. Everybody gonna see it. Look, Ply's watching this.
Hmm.
You know, back in the day, you're not using social media to get this type of clout. You're gonna have to pay for this type of clout, but now it's so easy. You know, just get on
Right.
camera, show your talents, and I'm gonna hit you up.
Now you got a bag running through,
hmm
man. I appreciate you for sharing that with me, my boy. Cause
hmm
I was really gonna send that to you.
I mean, I had this saved ever since the other day. I had this saved, bro. I was like, man, I gotta react to this on camera so I could like make a separate video, post on
Mm,
my YouTube. It's
just
gonna
right
be
now.
it's gonna be titled Plies reacts to this whatever, and then you're gonna see it. I'm gonna post it after the stream.
Cause right now I feel like that's the video of 2025.
This video,
Yeah, that's how they got all of every year they come out with like three seductive challenges. Remember that one year it was the challenge with the red light, and then the girl pop out of nowhere with a silhouette, and then they
yeah.
have the bust it challenge. It's always something new, like, but more power to how everybody making their money.
But you gotta be able to do this because this is a talent. And to be honest, it's talent, man.
Yeah, that's talent because not everybody can make it rain like that, and you know you don't see no rain outside, but you hear thunder.
Exactly.
So that's talent for sure. And Plies had me so weak. He said I need to get them over my house.
That's what I'm saying. Free promo.
Free promo, yeah. They put themselves on the map for real.
Fly, he laughing.
Yeah. But he's serious though. He dead ass. To be rich, man.
He said it sound wet up in there.
But just when I thought he was fading off, bro, he always find a way to come back on the internet and have us rolling, bro.
Gee, man. Flies, man.
Good old Plies, Mr. Busted, baby. Yes, sir. So yeah, DG, shoot, send me that link tomorrow, bro, and I'm on this.
hmm
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, I'll send you the link when I do make the link and title, so on and so forth. I send it to you, bro.
bet, bet, bet. And jump on this, talk some more sports talk, cause hey, it's going up as of late. Sports been pretty heavy as of late. We got boxing, UFC, we got all this stuff happening at one time, man. And there's so much content to get to.
Oh yeah, I'm getting to that. But the betting, that's NFL season. That's what I'm waiting for.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna start streaming my picks, all the games. So that's coming up. Y'all gonna win some money this year with me.
So, yes, sir.
Y'all gonna
Yes,
win some money.
yes, sir. Appreciate you, Mr. GG, for having me on. We definitely gonna chop it up tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Catch some vibes.
All right, but just hit my line. All right,
All right, bet that.
all right.
Later.
Mm. Yeah, we gonna finish watching this. We gonna finish watching this, man. Mm. Oh man. Flies, he one of the funniest rappers, man. I'm not gonna lie. He is. Bro, y'all hear Flies in the background, man? He going crazy, man. Yeah. Extra large crazy, man. Large and extra large crazy. Flies funny, man. Flies is funny. But let me finish watching this. I want to analyze this video because this is all we got. This is all we got. I wonder what Mike McDaniel drinking right here. Hopefully it's not lean. Hopefully. Little Quinn Ewers. Kenneth Grant. Boom. Bro, let that boy play both ways, man. Quinn Ewers. Like I told y'all, he looked like Sam Darnold with that 14. There go Kenneth Grant. Kenneth Grant, he could move for a guy his size. Pretty good mover. There go Phillips. Quinn Ewers, another throw. Ain't that Bevel? Yeah, that's Bevel. He back. He back. We should let him go. He was about to take that Raiders job until they got somebody else. Now he back with Miami. Traitor. Traitor. But shout out to Bevel. There go Kenneth Grant. There go Quinn Ewers. All right. It looked like he fit Miami. Not too bad. There go Trader. He looked like a bootleg Brandon Jones. Bootleg Brandon Jones. Hopefully he could play like him. There go Jonah. I have a feeling that Jonah, he gonna be an all-pro player. I have a feeling. Miami Daniel already giving him that treatment. Like he gonna be that dude. Already giving him that treatment. He looked like a bigger version of Tua. To be honest, and you know what's so crazy? They gave him Teron Armstead's number. So disrespectful. So disrespectful. There go Matos from USF. Who's the other guys? I gotta see. I don't know. I forgot. 71. Ain't that Myers? Mayor? There go Biggers. There go Kenneth Grant. There go Jordan Phillips. Jordan. What? Jordan Phillips, right? Yeah, Jordan Phillips. He's leading the pack. Kenneth Grant, come on, man. Gotta keep up, dog. Gotta keep up. I know it's Florida. I know it's hot. But we gonna need you to hold it down, man. We gonna need you. But I love Jordan Phillips. He leading the group. He seemed like he's gonna be the leader of the group. And, he the highest impact guy gonna be Grant. And Biggers, he gonna be that Raekwon Davis guy, the guy with a lot of upside. But we don't know if he gonna live up to the upside that we thought that we could have got from Raekwon Davis a few years ago. We don't know. But you want to see him come off the bus first. Whenever we travel to somewhere to play a team, you want to see that guy get off the bus. There go Quinn Ewers again. Ooh, good catch. 83. I gotta figure out who this is, man. But I'll be out there during training camp. We're gonna see. Yo, Kennedy Grant. Ain't that Maitrey? Jason Marshall. There go the receivers. Was the new receiver coach out there? Them boys stretching. Rusi, he's still on the team. We got him from Wisconsin last year. Kenneth Grant stretching. But the rookies look good, man. The rookies look good, man. Definitely do. Here we got the throw from Tua. Ooh, good throw. Tua not playing. Come on, media. Show us the bad throws. Come on, media. There go Quinn Ewers. I don't know why he's standing like that. Why is Quinn Ewers standing like that looking at Tua? But yeah, that's a good, nice throw right in the breadbasket. Not a hard catch. Izukama, bro. Izukama, I don't know, man. Izukama be coming out of nowhere. You seem like he'll have a big preseason again, then just disappear. That's what it seemed like. But hopefully we get to use Izukama this year. Hopefully. Maybe he could turn into that Debo that we want. Maybe. Go Jalen Wright, Chris Black, go Ollie Gordon. Ooh, okay. Ooh. Where's Taj Washington? I haven't seen him. Ooh, they go chop with the cornrows. Chop with the cornrows. A shot to the Dolphins. It seems like we signed Matthew Butler off waivers. Matthew Butler. I think he wasn't he already with the Dolphins, if I'm not mistaken? I thought he was. Look at some of his tape real quick. Wow. Interesting. Seems like a strong D tackle. He could have a better get off, but it's okay enough. He does a good job using his hands and his strength. It seems like he got a strong lower body, so he can engage with the old lineman and push him back. It seems like he got a good base. It's just his get off a little slow. Work on the get off. He could be a very good penetrator. Very good penetrator. Not a bad guy that could capitalize playing alongside a D tackle like Kenneth Grant, playing alongside a D tackle like Zach Sealer. He'll be a good fit with those guys. Very good fit. A good claim off waivers. Very good claim off waivers. I think he's this. I think ain't he 91? Yeah, I'm not sure. It's confusing. Oh, I don't know if y'all seen that. I don't know if y'all seen that. Oh my god. Let me get off of this. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything else in regards to clips, but I'm not gonna keep on scrolling. Shout out to the new D tackle signing. Shout out to him. We're gonna see if he's gonna find his way in Miami. We're gonna see. The 53-man roster is not set as of yet. We still gotta figure that out, but this is just another piece to add to the team to see if he could make it. Just another piece. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. Next, I got some press conferences. We got Devon A. Chain. We're gonna see what he had to say, man. Hello? You can't hear me? You can't hear the audio? Let me know in the comments, man. No way. Wow, that's crazy. You still can't hear it. That's why. Did you hear the other videos though? Because I played a lot more videos. That's what I gotta know. Wow. Hold on. Let me see. Let me try to switch it up. Let me know if you can hear this. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Wait, I got an idea. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. I'm gonna reshare the screen. I'm gonna reshare the screen. Hopefully this works.
First, how familiar are you with Kenneth Grant's game?
I'm super familiar with him. I played against him my junior year, my last year at Penn State, and then he was all over the field, all over our running back on the offense. So I'm familiar with what he does and what he brings to the team.
What do you think that could do? Because especially since this team.
I think you two heard me earlier talking crap. I think that's what happened. Oh man, it's either that or the title of the video. Oh, we good now? Okay, bet. Okay.
Had sort of a focus on the D-line. First, how familiar are you with Kenneth Grant's game?
I'm super familiar with him. I played against him my junior year, my last year at Penn State, and then he was all over the field, all over our running back on the offense. So I'm familiar with what he does and what he brings to the team.
What do you think that could do? Because especially since this team had sort of a focus on the D-line in the draft, adding those bodies up front on the line, what can that do for an edge rusher?
Can you say that again?
What can it do for an edge rusher to have a guy like him, Zach Sealer? The team also drafted a couple other rookies on the D-line. Just adding those bodies to the D-line, what does that do to help an edge rusher?
I mean, when the offense got to focus on more than just one guy, they can't just set a slide to the edge rusher. They can't just, send a chipper that side when you got interior that can tear up the whole game. So it's kind of a different game plan than it is without having guys like that.
Cool. Thanks.
Joe Shad.
Hey, Chop, it's Joe. Good to see you.
Chop Robinson look like he about to get 10 sacks this year. I'm not even gonna lie. He about to get 10 sacks.
I saw a cool photo of Bradley Chubb working with you on hands, and I know that for him it's a totally different game being a leader and a mentor when he knows he's going to be able to play. Last year he could only do so. He felt like he could only do so much because he wasn't available to play. How have you seen the difference already?
I mean, it's kind of like the same thing he was doing when he was off the field with me last year, just tuning into the things that he was able to do. And now that he can do everything, we're just tuning it up again. But now we're just doing it together instead of him just being like a mentor or teacher. He's still doing the same thing, being a mentor and stuff, but he's also out there helping me perfect my craft.
I like it. Earlier, Devon was telling us that he senses a little bit of a difference this year. And then I followed up by asking him about what coaches said relative to discipline, focus, being on time and present. What are you hearing in those areas so far? What are you hearing and seeing?
I mean, just everybody being here, you could just see the team chemistry. Like, everybody just wants the same goal. Everybody wants to be great. Everybody wants to win. So the only way to do that is doing it all together. So the chemistry is definitely better than it was last year.
Perfect. Thank you, Chop.
Chris Perkins.
Hey, Chop, how you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. Hey, if I'm not mistaken, you lining up wider last year led to a lot of your late season success with sacks, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
That's how you put it.
Okay. Now, the NFL is going to adjust to that. For you, is it more important for you to still build on that lining up wider, or do you have to develop something else to counter, them? You know what I'm saying? To counter them countering you.
I mean, for me, I'm gonna just keep the same thing that's been keeping me going. So I'm not gonna change anything until I have to.
Yep, got you. Okay. And the other question, have you talked to Kenneth Grant about being a first round pick, or has he asked you anything? And if so, what would you say to him about instant success, being patient, all that kind of stuff, expectations, all that?
I mean, I kind of talk to him every day since he's been in here, just like chirping in his ear, just to get to him, I've been in a position last year of being a first round pick, and a lot of outsiders try to put a lot of pressure on you. But honestly, it's just football at the end of the day. You're just going out there, and then once you get comfortable, you get the playbook down. It's basically just it's football again. So it's nothing. You don't got to put too much pressure on yourself. So I just keep telling him that.
Okay, cool.
If Chop Robinson and Kenneth Grant could end up being two elite players for the Dolphins are in a better state right then and there. That's a good problem to have. Chop Robinson and Kenneth Grant on the same D line. Very good problem.
Thanks, Chop.
Isaiah.
What's going on, Chop? Couple questions for you. It just kind of jogged my mind when someone asked about you playing against KG. You were in that game where he hawked down Kaytron Allen, correct?
Mm-hmm.
What was your reaction to that when you just saw this 300+ pound guy just kind of hawk down one of your starting runners?
So I didn't honestly see it on the field because I was on the sideline. So I seen a highlight afterwards, and I was just like, man, I thought Kaytron was faster than that, but he's an athlete. He's a special player for his size, and I'm glad we got him. Yeah.
And then switching gears, just how does your preparation change from going into year one to now going into year two? And
he said Kenneth Grant too slow. He thought his running back was faster than that.
What are some of your goals, if you're willing to share, for this year?
I mean, for me, it's just doing the same things I was doing last year that led up to my success last year, but just being more keyed in on it and understanding, just watching film, understanding what I'm watching, the more keys I could pick up on from the tackle or just the offense. And then for the goals of mine, I just want to keep it to myself and just show the world and show myself.
Sure. Appreciate you.
Mark Stallworth.
Hey, Chop, how's it going?
I'm good. How you doing?
Doing well. I want to know how are you approaching this offseason differently now that you've experienced a full NFL season?
Well, this offseason, I didn't have to work on the 40. I didn't have to do no combine or anything like that. So I was able to take some time, rest my body, rest my mental, get away from football a little bit. And then just once I started back working out, it was just all football stuff. I didn't have to be a track star for the whole offseason. So now I'm just able to get my body right, my mental right, and then I just feel good.
And if I can, if you could go back and give rookie year Chop one piece of advice, what would that be?
To stay patient and just keep working. That's it.
All right, thank you.
Okay, Chop. Okay.
Alan.
Hey, Chop, I have two quick ones for you. Number one, how psyched were you to see the Dolphins draft two of your former Maryland teammates?
I was super excited, especially Dante. I came in with Dante. Jordan came in the year after I left, but I knew of him because of his ball, the type of player he was. But me and Dante was kind of real close when I was there. I remember coming in first day, we both sat down in the front row in the team meeting. So just him being a pro and seeing that as a young age and he still being that guy is just, I'm excited for him.
And my second question was where's your confidence level at entering this offseason? How psyched were you to get going after the success you enjoyed in the second half of last year?
I enjoyed it a little bit, but it's year two, so whatever happened in the past doesn't really matter no more. So I'm just focused on this year.
Thanks.
Okay.
David Fronis.
Okay, Chop.
Hey, Chop, one more quick one from me. What do you think about the potential of this pass rushing unit this year, considering you could have a healthy Jalen Phillips, a healthy Bradley Chubb after you didn't have Chubb at all last year and JP for most of last year?
I mean, I'm super excited. Just imagine the three of us on the field all at the same time, or just me and JP or JP and Chubb at the same time. It's kind of hard to for tackles to, all right, you got to study JP, you got to study Chubb, you got to study me. And if we're all on the field at the same time, it's kind of mess up the offense mind because they wouldn't know what to do.
Cool.
Omar?
Hey, Chop. Wanted to ask you, this sounds like a weird question, but when you see its schedule release, it's going to be released. I don't know if you've already seen it, but what do you look for? Like, what interests you from a scheduling standpoint as a player?
The teams, whoever we play on the schedule.
That's it?
That's it.
But you already
Good
know
answer.
the teams.
Yeah, so we're just taking it 1 week at a time.
That's a good ending right there, man. That's a good ending. Shout out to Chop. You know, I think Chop gonna be a top 5 player on this team. Top 5 player on this team, man. Off rip. Off rip. Next, we got Aaron Brewer. Let's check him out.
Guys in this year's draft, right? When you have as many young guys that are expected to start, how do you as a leader, outline expectations? What are those conversations like with some of the rookies?
A lot of conversation with young guys. I just try to give them all of my knowledge and mentality, you know what I'm saying? How to attack every day, or standard we want on the field, have to prepare on the field, and just going out there every day and being intentional about everything we're doing and staying in the playbook, you know what I'm saying? Just giving them the recipe to success in this league.
Thank you.
Travis?
Aaron, what's up, man? How we doing?
Doing all right. How about yourself?
Not too bad. I have 2 questions for you here. The first one, I always love asking players this, their second year in the system. I know they've had the system here for a while now, but your second year in Mike McDaniel's offense, just kind of curious to get your gauge of where you are now compared to where you were a year ago.
Placing your first options trade? You've come to the right place. With real-time insights from Fidelity.
I feel like I didn't came a long way. And, you probably watch the film and see for yourself, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just super excited to be back in the system. When I came in first day in OTAs last year, like I felt it a little bit, but I was kind of frustrated because I was close to the technique we were looking for here, but I was also far away from what we had wanted. And so you
see the tape on Aaron Brewer. He still had a pretty good year last year. It wasn't that bad at all. And the fact that he's saying that he didn't really have a full grasp of the offense is a good sign that Aaron Brewer, he's going to continue to be a good center for the Miami Dolphins. The center spot, we don't got to worry about. The right guard spot, we don't got to worry about unless an injury happens to James Daniels, and left guard, Jonah. I'm pretty sure he's going to be a good player. He might have some hard time going up against the stronger D tackles in the league, but I think by year 2, he's going to be a very good guard for the Miami Dolphins. So the interior, I think we're in a good spot right now. It's just the outside, the right tackle and the left tackle that we need to solidify to see who going to be the starters there. That's it.
Going through a whole offseason, a whole season now, and being able to come back into the same system, same position for like the first time in my career since probably high school. Like, it just feels amazing. I'm excited to get back into it.
Yeah, looking forward to that too. And then also the Dolphins added 3 offensive linemen this offseason, 2 in free agency, 1 in the draft, and some UDFAs as well. But the guys that they went in free agency and the draft are all good movers like the scheme requires, but they're all listed at 325 or bigger. And I was wondering from your perspective, what that added size on either side of you, like, does it change anything or make certain things more attainable for you? Like, what's the impact of possibly getting bigger at the guard position for a center?
It's more step, but you know what I'm saying? Like, they got some more weight, but this Miami offense, we moving. You know what I'm saying? So you in this heat out here in South Florida, like, you still got better to move, and I love that they got some weight on them, but we not just a stationary big guys, old school offensive line. We moving, everything fast. It's a different type of offense. So it's a good thing for them to have some weight on them, but as long as they can move it that way, hey, I'm excited for them.
Cool. Thanks, bro.
Yep.
Yeah, Aaron Brewer, he don't gotta be 300 like them boys, man. He don't. Like, the stereotype of old linemen needing to be over 300, we need to stop that right there. You know, like I'll take an old lineman who's 280, but pure muscle, straight strength, like over 40 on 225. I'll take that right there. And he'll probably be a good player. He'll probably have good technique, good leverage, you know. And that's Aaron Brewer. He's one of those guys, man. I think Aaron Brewer could squat like 700, 800, not 800, probably 700 pounds. Six, right under that, 690. That's Aaron Brewer right there.
Omar?
Wasn't ready, but I appreciate the call up. Hey, what's up, bro? Wanted to ask you about, obviously, Teron and Calais. They were massive leaders last year. Just probably, I've been here. I don't even know how long I've been here, but I haven't seen alpha males like that in a while. What do you do as a center? Has to be a leader. So how do you fill that void? How do you step up from a leadership standpoint and fill those voids that are gone?
You know, just when anything you're doing in life, you know, you learn and you enhance. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I've been doing throughout my whole career now. I done had.
This is the best tool for video creators. Let's see what real users have to say.
Great vets like with Calais and Teron Armstead, like those are great assets to my life, you know what I'm saying? And even the dudes I had before, from Ben Jones, Taylor One, Roger Saffold. And so just throughout my whole career, like I done had some great vets in front of me, DeAndre Hopkins, like just dudes like that, Julio Jones, you know, just picking their minds and gaining their mentality and how they go about their everyday life, you know what I'm saying? Every day come into the job, how they handle meetings, how they have to handle preparing for games, preparing for practice, how they handle just dealing with teammate problems, picking their.
Listen to the list. Listen to the list, man.
Saffold. And so just throughout my whole Teron Armstead, like those are been doing throughout my whole career now. I done had great vets like with Calais and Teron Armstead, like those are great assets to my life, you know what I'm saying? And even the dudes I had before, from
Calais, Teron Armstead. You know, he did not mention Tyreek Hill. He did not mention Tyreek Hill. Somebody of Tyreek Hill's stature should be the first person that you mention. But, you know, we know Tyreek Hill, he's not the best example off the field. So that's probably why he did not mention Tyreek Hill. Sad to say it. And y'all gonna say, oh, he only gonna mention old lineman. Watch. Look what he says after this.
Ben Jones, Taylor One, Roger Saffold. And so just throughout my whole career, like I done had some great vets in front of me, DeAndre Hopkins, like
there you go, DeAndre Hopkins, a receiver. Red Tyreek. You know, I'm probably taking it too serious, but I'm just saying though.
Just dudes like that, Julio Jones, you know, just picking their minds and gaining their mentality and how they go about their everyday life. You know what I'm saying? Every day come into the job, how they handle meetings, how they have to handle preparing for games, preparing for practice, how they handle just dealing with teammate problems. You know what I'm saying? And so my goal is just to pick up exactly where they left off and make it 10 times better. You know what I'm saying? And be me, not them. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has their own way of leading. And so just take the things they did for us and my ways and give it to the other players.
What's some of the bigger things that you learned from Teron Armstead in one season with him?
But Teron, just I say his preparation for the game. So we always just had like when we study a player or something, how he looked at studying players. His attitude was just dealing with like everyday problems with players. Like everybody see like just the football side of things, but we all have our everyday life, you know what I'm saying? And so if you're not mentally right, come into the building, come into a game, come into practice or whatever, you're not going to get the results you need. And so I say like that's the biggest thing I took from Teron, just learning how to deal with everyday problems within myself and everyone that's around.
That's real.
Thank you.
That's real.
Yep.
Joe Shad.
Hey, Aaron, it's Joe. Good to see you. I know it's very, very early, but do you have any sense yet for Zach Wilson in terms of even if it's just his personality or his approach. I don't know if you guys have spoken at all.
Yeah, Zach, he a cool guy. We done hung out probably like every weekend so far since we been here since OTA started.
Ooh, okay. Okay, Zach still in time from tour with Aaron Brewer. I like that right there. Zach not playing around. Zach, he trying to start. He's spending time with the center, man. I don't take that lightly, man. So shout out to Zach, man. Doing what you gotta do.
We've been hanging out, all of us guys getting together, but he a cool guy, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how deep I can go into it, but he good people.
Now, I'm guessing that when Jonah is drafted, you either look up some highlights or see it on social media. What did you notice about the Jonah highlights or any Arizona film that you may have seen?
The Guesty Unified Inbox makes it easy to manage guest messages, no matter how fast they pile up.
Not bad.
But it's special, like for him, like hey, I was saying like he a big dude, but he a big dude who can move, like, and exactly what you said. Like as soon as I seen really every position who was drafted, I'm looking up highlights, combine, all that good stuff. And so, I'm excited. But as soon as he got drafted, I reached out to him, talked to him, let him know I'm excited to work with him, man.
Bruh, Aaron Brewer and Jonah. Come on, man. That got the potential to be a top 5 guard center duo in the NFL. Top 5 guard center duo right there, man.
I'm just trying to give him like half. When as soon as he get here, I'm just trying to get him that mentality and get him to the standard ASAP. You know what I'm saying? Because the future can be so bright for him.
What's the one most helpful thing a veteran told you when you were a rookie?
I would say be proactive with my recovery. You know what I'm saying? Cause like you young and full of energy. You on go. You trying to impress coaches, impress your teammates, impress the vets. And the biggest part, like longevity in this league, is recovery. You know what I'm saying? And so it's all like don't wait later on down the line to start taking care of your body. Like this is your moneymaker. And so just staying active and being proactive with everything. Every single day, have your routine, have a good routine, and whatever works for you, and stick to it.
Thanks, Aaron.
Yeah, that's real.
Yep.
Mike Cunha.
Hey, Aaron, what's up, man? A few days, or I guess a week from now, we're going to get the schedule release coming out. And I know the teams get creative. How much do you as players appreciate how creative some of the social media teams get with making something that's really cool for you guys and fans?
I love it, man. They get to showcase their talent. This is what they do. That's what they love, and that's their passion. So it's always cool when they can cook up something special just to show the guys, entertain everybody, and just get us going.
I know a lot of people are anticipating when the Spain game is going to be. How excited are you to go over? I don't know if you've ever been to Madrid or to Spain, but to go over there and play an international game, new place.
Nah, man, I'm very excited, man. I'm from Texas. I ain't really been nowhere before I got to college.
And on top of that, Patrick Paul, like I said earlier on the stream, with his size, the long arms, we know that he's going to be a good player in the run game. He's just a pass pro. I don't know if he's going to be the greatest. But running game, I know Patrick Paul, he's going to be good. We're going to be able to run the ball on that left side towards the middle. The right side, I don't know about Austin Jackson. I don't know what type of Austin Jackson we will get next year. That's the only question mark in my book. Only question mark. If we get the good Austin Jackson, we could have like a top 12, top 15 O-line in the NFL. If all of our guys are good, our starting 5, our projected starting 5 could stay healthy, top 12, top 15 O-line.
It's like traveling for football was the most traveling I did in my life. And so whenever we can go anywhere, I'm excited to go there and just explore different cities, the different cultures. So, yeah.
Oh, you talking about Spain?
What's up, Brew? How you doing?
What's up, Chris?
Hey, I got a couple of questions for you. O-line, we know that Teron has left, but I guess there's lots of reasons for optimism. What are some of your reasons for optimism for this O-line as you go into the season?
Ultimately, hey man, it's our team, and so you work with what you got, and I'm whatever whoever next to me, whoever we playing with, like the sky's the limit for me with anybody. We can have.
I like that right there, man. I like that confidence right there. I like that. Y'all didn't hear that right there, bro. I did not hear that.
Hey, I got a couple of questions for you. O-line, we know that Teron has left, but I guess there's lots of reasons for optimism. What are some of your reasons for optimism for this O-line as you go into the season?
Ultimately, hey man, it's our team, and so you work with what you got, and I'm whatever whoever next to me, whoever we playing with, like the sky's the limit for me with anybody. We can have
Let them know.
group full of rookies, and the sky's the limit. I'm trying to come in and be great. Like like
love that.
There been
right
plenty
there,
of people who come in their first season and be all Pro Bowl, and so like the standard. It don't matter what year you are, where you at, where you came from. Like when you get here, we trying to be the best of the best, top in the league, and that's what we're trying to get to.
But Aaron Brewer, he gonna be a Pro Bowler this year, man. I have a good feeling, bro. Even if our team is bad, he gonna be a Pro Bowler. I can feel it.
And you could have two new guards next to you, Savanea and James Daniels. How, aside from communication, what does it take for you three to be in sync and to work together?
I feel communication is the biggest thing first. You know what I'm saying? First, I like just learning each other on and off the field, like how we operate, how we go about situations. But I feel like communication is the first big thing, understanding how we operate on the field.
Okay. Thanks, Brew.
Yep.
We've got two last questions. First, we'll go to David and then close out with Hal.
Hey, Aaron, what's up, man?
What's going on, Dave?
Good. On the topic of James Daniels, what do you like about his game? And I guess he's doing different things this offseason as he rehabs, but what have your interactions with him been like?
I love James. Like I like his mentality towards football. You know, he a football junkie. Like he loved this. You know what I'm saying? So like film wise, like
Good to hear.
he on it. He got 1,000 questions. He's trying to just gain understanding of everything. Like y'all can fight. You can talk football with dude all day. And so I love that. You know what I'm saying? Like he dialed in, he wanted everything to be right. And so like someone like that who like just fully bought into football and love football, like you can always work with guys like that. And also like he rehabbing right now, but I watched his film when he was in what's his name, Pittsburgh, and like buddy a dog, he can move. Like he got that motor in him, he got that finish. So yeah, I like James.
And this team's
It seems like Aaron Brewer, he that type of guy that could fit with anybody. Like he could go and have a conversation with Liam Eichenberg. At the same time, he can go and chop it up with James Daniels. He could go chop it up with Tyreek Hill too. It don't matter. He one of those guys.
short yardage woes from last year. How do you fix that this year?
Just moments from a vibrant downtown and gorgeous beaches. Salerno Reserve Townhomes is a
I might go back and look at those
And
ticket
do you
prices.
appreciate
for,
the
Spain.
offseason moves in terms of the linemen you guys have added,
Yeah,
the
let me know
running
in
backs you
chat.
guys have
I might
added,
go look at it.
in order to help from that standpoint?
Short yards, I feel like that's mentality, you know what I'm saying? And that's all guys got to get. Like it's winning your one-on-one battle. Like whoever lined up in front of you, you get in your head like they can't miss me. I'm gonna win this battle no matter what. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just a mentality thing. And I do like the additions we added to the team this year. I'm excited for them and see what we can do together.
How?
He gonna have to take on that responsibility of Teron Armstead now. He the new Teron Armstead. He the new guy. So hopefully he can hold it down, man. Hopefully.
Hey, Aaron. Good to see you.
Yeah, seeing you too, man.
Earlier, Zach Sealer was speaking a little bit about the culture on the team. And part of his comments were directed toward what he had seen from a defensive standpoint. And I'm curious, from an offensive side, what are you seeing in terms of the culture on the team? How has it changed from last year in terms of discipline, being on time, and all of those things that you want everybody on the same page?
It's looking good, but it's still early right now. We're only been 3 weeks so far, but I'm loving how everybody attacking the day. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, we working. We got our little couple hours we're here in the building, but even after that window closes, people are still around working. You know what I'm saying? That's what you love to see. People putting in that extra time, that extra work. And so I feel like the identity from the defense and offense, both sides of the ball, we here after hours putting in overtime. And so that's something you love to see. And I'm excited for what we can do with that. You know what I'm saying?
Is that overtime more than last year, would you say?
I couldn't measure it, to be honest. Like, everybody was doing it last year, but everybody doing it a little more. You're seeing a lot more faces, I say.
Good to know, though.
But the thing about overtime, that might lead to injuries. That's the only thing about it. You're overworking yourself to the point where you might end up getting injured for doing too much one day. So the boys gotta be careful about that. We appreciate y'all boys working a lot, but don't push it to the edge as to where we not even gonna see you for the season. Take a chill pill. Make sure you getting the right workouts in. That's the main thing, the right workouts. And you will be good. You will be good.
So that you guys get paid overtime.
I wish.
Thank you.
All right.
We'll close it out here with Alan.
Hey, Aaron. How challenging is it to create the chemistry and the cohesiveness when you have 3 new starters on the offensive line? And how much can you get accomplished toward that goal during the offseason program?
It could be difficult, but I say it's all about from the people who are here or the new additions we got. You know what I'm saying? It all comes down to how bad you want it and how bad you want to make it happen. So I say we all have to be very intentional about it. And that's something I'm very focused on with everything we're doing. Like, even if some guys are like uncomfortable with talking to people or just having that icebreaker conversation or having uncomfortable conversation, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be very intentional about everything, getting guys close together to where we have that bond and that connection as soon as possible. That's what we need to be successful. That brotherhood, that community, like we have to be there together.
Aaron Brewer, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. What else could you ask for? What else could you ask for, man? A true leader. A true leader. He taking on that role, man. Miami Daniel came up to him and said, "Hey, Aaron, we're going to need you to be that leader now. We're going to need you, man." And he taking it on. Like, he doing it early, too. Real early. But shout out to Brewer. Next, we got A-Chain.
I'm sure you know your numbers better than I do. Last year, you had 203 carries. That was up from 103 the year before. So you increased your carries by 100. You increased your receptions by 51. What would be the ideal role for you in the offense this season, do you think?
I would say, pretty same as, last year. I feel like, in like OTAs right now, I feel like I'm doing like the similar thing as far as getting out the backfield and running routes and, just learning the route tree. So I'm pretty sure it'd be similar to last year.
And what do you think you did best last season? You stayed healthy. I know you had the concussion, but you played all 17. Like I said, 100 more carries, 50 more receptions. What do you think it is that you did best last season and you take into this season?
Basically, just like you said, staying healthy was the main goal. And so basically just, staying in the training room, just coming in, on the off days, making sure, even if I'm not hurt, just, being in there. And because like you said, 17, that's a long year. That's a long time. And I learned that from my rookie year. So like you said, in the second year, I wanted to, make sure that, I was 100% available for every game. And that's the same thing going in on this year.
And if I could slide in one more, working on your body, is that something that you knew you had to do, or was that something like sitting next to Teron? He told you what made you know that you had to do that, work on your body to stay healthy?
Just the fact that like me, I don't like having nicks and necks or like being hurt or like just lingering issues. So that just came with just okay like learning from them. Like you can see like they've been in the league longer than I have, and they were still experiencing stuff that happened like when they first got in the league or like stuff like that. So I just just learning from them and me being young, so I can start early now. So I don't when I get to like those years, I don't have no problems.
Yeah, cool. Thanks, man.
What would a good season for you personally look like?
Yeah.
This year probably I'll say like you said, like every year I want to get better. So like you said, as far as like my numbers wise, far as I probably say like in the rush game, I always want to try to hit 1,000 yards and then 500 yards passing. That's I feel like I can do that far as how much I'm being used and like the pass game I was last year because I had a lot of receptions and me watching film, like I said, I feel like I left a lot of plays, so I feel like I could have did more. You know what I'm saying? Like going back and watch the year and like the cut ups, I feel like I left a lot of yards on the table.
So A-Chain saying that he could have had more yards last year, but he didn't get those yards because he left it out there on the field. So he's saying even his floor is 1,000 yards rushing. We don't know if that's going to be the case with the new running back, Ollie Gordon, Jalen Wright. We don't know what's going to be the situation in regards to the running back room, Alexander Madison as well. Hopefully all those running backs being in a room doesn't affect A-Chain from getting that 1,000 yards rushing. Hopefully it doesn't.
So in what way did you leave a lot of yards on the field? I mean, what can you do better in your game to make sure that you maximize all those yards in 2025?
Just the day-to-day stuff. I feel like it was just more so like me rushing and not, like me just not going like just the small details. Like I'm knowing I'm supposed to do this, but like just trying to make a big play instead of like just doing the right thing and it was there. Just because it wasn't there like the play before, thinking okay, like it's gonna be different this play, knowing, but just stuff like that.
So it's if 3 yards are there, take 3 yards and don't take a chance on losing 2. Is it something like that?
Yeah, just stuff like that. Just always trying to get the ball back to the line of scrimmage, even on a bad play.
Thank you.
Isaiah?
Yo, what's going on, Devon? Wanted to ask about leadership in that running back room. You are now the most, I believe, the longest tenured Dolphin in that running back room. Just what is
we just drafted this guy in the 3rd round like a year or 2 ago. Just drafted him. Now he's the longest tenured running back. Crazy, man. We did clean house in the running back room. We did clean house.
Leadership. How does your leadership evolve from last year to this year? Especially with no Raheem there.
It was a lot. I still got Alec in there, so that's kind of that's a great role model to look after. But like you said, we don't have Raheem no more, so it's kind of like me and Alec now. And just me being so like it's a few guys like new guys. I'm telling them the same thing everybody told me when I came in. Kind of trying to help them out, and I feel like just me being more like vocal this year because I feel like I wasn't a big like talkative person last year, but I feel like as the years keep going, I feel like you grow everybody and you get more comfortable.
And then a quick follow.
Yeah, he that vet now. Man. So he gonna definitely be a leader for that running back room. But do you really see Devon A-Chain leading the running back room? Do you really see that? Compared to Ollie Gordon, he probably the biggest running back in the room right now. Right after him is Jalen Wright. Right after Jalen Wright is Alexander Madison. Devon A-Chain, the smallest running back in the room. Could he still lead the room? I think he can. Because as of right now, we all could say that Devon A-Chain is the best running back in the backfield. We can all say that. But there is a chance for Ollie Gordon to do something. Jalen Wright. Alexander Madison, I don't know. He's not going to get that much carries. Now that we got 3 legit running backs, in my opinion.
You talked about kind of you touched on a little bit like preparation coming into this year. Just I want to know, like, take me inside that process. Like, how does preparation change from going into year one, then going into year two, and then now you're going into year three? How has that preparation changed?
I wouldn't say it changed, man. Like you said, I just feel like you still do like your same routine. I just feel like you just add little details in there for us. Like, I feel like even as a team, I feel like we doing better than we did last year. Because a lot of guys here in OTA, like we trying to build our chemistry early than trying to do it like in training camp. So I feel like it's more of a like team thing. We a lot of people's here. Everybody make sure that our body's healthy for like when the season do come. We don't be like, okay, like everybody like injured or got like little nicks and that.
And if I could just slide in one quick more, that's something that we kind of noticed at rookie camp. Like, there is a lot of the vets there. What does that say about what this team is trying to build now?
I'm gonna say a lot. Like you said, all the people being here, and we're just building that chemistry early and not waiting until like when the season starts, then trying to build like during the season.
Well, appreciate you.
Omar?
With Fidelity Active ETFs, the potential is in the name. Active. Active pursuit.
What up? I want to ask you, what did you learn about yourself and maybe the NFL going from your rookie season where you had NFL record-setting success to last season where you were over 1,300 yards? What you learn about the league and about yourself?
I learned a lot. Like you said, it's when you first come in from college, it's different. You see like the game is different. You see everybody. You see like everybody. It's not the same as it is like when you're in college. But like from year one to year two, I feel like okay, like as the game gets better, I feel like me as a person, like okay, I gotta do stuff different. Like I gotta train different. As far as like keep my body well. Like you said, 17 weeks way different than 10. So like you learn. Okay, like how do I stay 100% available for 17 weeks? And I feel like that's something I got better at.
Did you feel like you were fresh at the end of the year?
Most definitely. Like I said, I didn't come out with no major injuries. Like I didn't miss no games. So I feel like with year one and year two, like it was a major jump.
And just since everybody's asking 3 questions, let me.
I'm not even gonna lie, chat. Like playing all 17 games, that's an accomplishment right there. That's an accomplishment. Like, let's say you play 17 games for 1 year, and then you end up being a free agent. Other NFL teams will look at you just because you played all 17 games. You were available all 17 games. That's an asset. The best ability is availability. So, good job by A-Chain staying healthy.
Let me go for it. With this team and a lot of the questions and concerns about the physicality, the toughness, how do you guys went for 2,300 yards your first season and then struggled running last season. How do you address that whole toughness issue?
I just feel like, man, we all here. I mean, as a team, I feel like, we go out there and practice every day, and we gonna show like, okay, when the season comes, like everybody who was, saying those little marks and just make sure they, keep the same energy. I feel like, like you said, as a team, we.
He's talking about me. He talking about me. He talking about, hey, I'm not even gonna lie, all y'all, man. I'm not the only one. Everybody in the Dolphin community calling this team soft. I'm not the only one. I am not the only one. I know that for a fact.
We putting that energy, and we here like every day. We're not missing days. Like I feel like you can see like this year's team is way different than last year's team.
Thank you.
Joe Shad.
Hey, Devon, it's Joe. Good to see you as always. You just referenced how this year is different than last year. And I think it ties into the first question I was going to ask you was about, what has Coach McDaniel said, if anything, about the areas of discipline, focus, being on time and present? Does that seem to be a theme at this time?
Yeah, like most definitely about being present, like you said, just trying to make sure everybody here. Like, we know it's voluntary, but like if you want to win games, like this is where it started. So I feel like we're doing a good job at that. And as long as we keep that going, bro, like we'll see like the season will be different than it was last year.
I want to ask you quickly about your first impression of 2 rookies who are, well, I'll tell you what I think after. What about Ollie Gordon II? What do you think?
He's a great player. he came in like he comfortable, like he talked to us like he been here. So I feel like him talking to us, like it makes it easier for us to talk to him, bond with him, and him asking us questions. I just feel like it makes everything easy. Like he not scared to like speak up and say stuff, and I feel like that's good.
And what about the new number 72, Jonah Savayanaya?
Yeah, John is a good dude. You can tell just by talking to him.
Yeah, he happy. He happy about that guard. Man, I needed that right there. Thank you, Dolphins. He definitely happy. You see how he smirked as soon as he brought him up. You see how he smirked.
And what about the new number 72, Jonah?
A-Chain love that guard right there. A-Chain definitely gonna run to his side. You see that smirk right there? A-Chain not playing. That's funny right there. Hey, Chris Greer, you see what happens when you focus on the old line? Look what happens to the skill position players. Look how happy Devon A-Chain is right now. It looked like he just signed a contract. It looked like he just got an extension just because you drafted an old lineman, a real one too. It's that simple. I've been making it hard all these years. Come on, man. I love this right here. I love it.
The new number 72, Jonah Savayanaya.
Yeah, John is a good dude. You can tell just by talking to him. Like you said, man, I spoke to him like twice. He's good dude. You can just see like him out there like today. We did a little stuff and him just want to put the work in. And that's if you working hard and he's doing that, and I mean that's all you need. Like long as he out there, he doing what he need to do, and he just following in line.
I think I messed it up. I think it's Savai Naya, but someone can tell me if I'm right. David Fronis says I'm right. Savai like Hawaii. That's what Jonah told us.
Yeah, I don't even try to pronounce it. I just call him Jonah.
Thanks.
Yeah,
thanks.
Kind of going off of Joe's question about Ollie Gordon. What is it that you knew about him entering the draft, and what is your understanding of how his addition, kind of more between the tackles, kind of runner, can maybe help you preserve your body?
As soon as he brought up the running back, he liked that again. When you bring up Jonah, he's smiling. Running back, nothing.
Get you into positions where you got some space instead of trying to maybe create out of nothing.
It's a lot. Like I said, when you got a lot of interaction that's good and everybody like good at certain areas, it's like kind of hard for a defense guy to key in on one thing. And I seen him play when they cause they had played A&M. That's when I like first seen like him like playing in the regular game. And I was like, okay, like he kind of nice. And then when we drafted, I was like, okay, like I feel like he'll help this room, man. And as you and at practice, I feel like he learned it, and he picking up faster than I was. I've been trying to tell everybody like when I first got here, like I was lost and confused, but he getting it, and he out there and he want to work. So that he in a great room to do it, and I feel like with me being a leader, just showing him the way, and that's something I've been doing.
If your rookie year was lost and confused, I think a lot of people would love to be lost and confused. Is it surreal for you at all? Like you mentioned that y'all played against them in college. Is it surreal for you at all in year 3 of the NFL when you see guys that you played against years ago like starting to trickle into the league?
I wasn't there when they played, but like he played like A&M. But like it's still like when you still like see like okay like your teammates that you play with in the league and y'all play each other, like it's still a fun moment to have.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
We've got time for 2 more. We'll go to Alan and then close out with David.
Hey, Devon, unlike most of these guys, I only have 2 for you, not 3. So we'll go. My first question to you is, you wound up leading the team in touches last year and by a large margin. How much of a surprise was that to you, or was it a surprise? And how did you enjoy that?
I would say the surprise because I feel like, most defense, try to stop, 10-17, and that just leave like a lot of opportunities for me. And I mean, I'm kind of was prepared for it, so I would say I was a bit surprised.
And my quick follow-up was, for the past 3 years, the leading rusher for the Dolphins has had twice as many carries as anybody else on the team. Do you think that maybe the team would be better served if a little bit more balance in the running game?
I mean, it really depends on how the defense playing. I feel like we go into the game with a balanced offense. Like whether we're gonna throw it past the whole game. I just feel like, but we just go based off like how defense playing and what they doing.
David?
Hey, Devon, good to see you. We know about the struggles the team had in short yardage situations last year. A bigger back was brought in free agency in Alexander Madison. A bigger back was brought in through the draft in Ollie Gordon. Has anything been communicated to you about roles in short yardage and how that will be distributed? Or just what do you think about those additions as far as bigger body backs, more physical running backs to the room?
Nah, we haven't discussed that, but I just feel like, any addition to the room is good. Like you say, it's always good when, you got a lot of backs and we all good at certain different, everybody better at something than somebody else. And for us to have, all us dudes that can go out there and, perform, I feel like that's good to have in the room.
And I want to ask you about the other guy in the room, Jalen Wright, who was there last year. What do you think is the key for him going from year one to year two?
I feel like he's doing great. Like you said, he knows his stuff and he's very comfortable now. And I feel like he can go out there and do the same thing I can do. He can go run routes. He can catch the ball. So I feel like him just adding that to his bag. I feel like he's gonna be a great player.
Shout out to the Devon A Chain, one and only. Definitely gonna have a good year this year. I will be back to tomorrow. Zach Sealer, he would have been the next person, but I'll just do that tomorrow since I don't know if there's gonna be other news coming out. I'm not too sure, man. But appreciate y'all. First day back from YouTube jail. First day went well. I will behave. Please help your boy out. I'm trying to make this trip, man. I'm trying to make this trip. To Spain. Never been there before, but I would go for Dolphin Nation. I would go for this YouTube. I'll stream the whole thing, edit it out, post it on my YouTube. This would definitely blow me up. This will help me get to that 10K. This will help me get to the 100K. This would definitely help me. We was looking at the tickets earlier. Looking at 505 per traveler, 524. Sure, I might make somebody pay for it for me. Maybe, I don't know. And he was looking at Airbnbs over there earlier. We had all that saved. Yeah, the spots are not too bad over there. Yeah, this place looks fancy. Decent. I wonder if they will have like good food over there in Spain. Oh, this place got a little pool. Okay. Piscine. Nice little pool. This is like a real hotel. Ooh, this one not bad. I like this one. This one's not bad. How much is this one? $6.15 a night. Yeah, if I'm going to stay in Italy, it's going to be somewhere like this. It's going to be in somewhere like this. Not Italy, Spain. My bad. Well, let me check out the schedule one more time. So we home at the Patriots September 14th. So I'm gonna go to that game. There's a Monday night game, so I'll go to that game. Carolina away. We got the Chargers and the Ravens, so 2 home games in October. And I might go to the Atlanta game. So October gonna be a busy month for me. October gonna be a busy month for me. 9th and the 16th, November 30th. These are all home games, so all November games will be home. December beginning, away games, home at the end. We're gonna make this work, man. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get all these games on this YouTube, but I'm gonna try to get as much as I can in regards to content. You know. But hey, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe for more content. Help your boy get to that 10K. That 10K is on its way. Appreciate y'all, love y'all. Shout out to Ralph for putting up on me. Appreciate you. Stan said, what's your record prediction so far? I said 6 to 8 games. 6 to 8 games, but we're not going to the playoffs with 8 and 9. I don't think so. So I think we're missing the playoffs this year, man. I think we're missing the playoffs. If we could luckily get 9 games, then yeah, we could probably make it to the playoffs, but I'm guessing 6 to 8 games. You know, it all depends. Hey, if Tua could play all 17 games, maybe there's a chance for 9 games. Maybe. You know, or if Quinn Ewers or Zach Wilson end up being good quarterbacks, I don't think that, you know, they'll be able to get us to double-digit wins. I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe Zach Wilson, based off him being in the league for a long time, so he should be able to do it. You know, Quinn Ewers, you know, he's a rookie. Still gotta learn it. I don't think they could hold it down for the team, but they're gonna be able to win us some games against easy teams. That's what I think. Yo, you think we could get at least 10 if healthy? Oh, I mean, that's luck right there. That's why I didn't say 10. I said 8. 8 as my ceiling. After 8, you pushing it. But 10, that's like pure luck. If we do that, that means everything's going right. No injuries. The coach is doing their thing. You know, calling the right plays. O-line doing their part. That's 10 wins right there. You know, but I know everything's not going to work out that way. That's why I say 8. That's why I say 8. So, you know, hey, I'll take 10. I love being wrong. But if I had to guess, I'm going to say 6 to 8 wins. That's what I'm going to say. But yeah, man, I'm going to try to be back tomorrow. I'm going to see what I'm going to talk about tomorrow, if there are any topics. But if that is it, shout out to Ralph, Stan, Billy for pulling up on me. Cap, Vamos, he pulled up as well. Appreciate and love all y'all. Y'all go follow me on Kick. Y'all go follow me on Twitch. I'm going to try to make a Facebook page for this YouTube. I'm going to try so I can stream on that as well. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Go to that link as well, www.dgmerchandise.com, and go get y'all merch. Please support your boy so I can make that trip to Spain. If y'all buy merch, I'm making that trip. I am making